Hello.
What?
Hello. I feel like I always start with a really high-pitched voice.
Hello.
It's like hello.
Hello, everyone. We're back. It's me, your boy Andrew. I'm the DM. This is Chasing Tales. Welcome back. If you're brand new, don't worry. We'll have a nice, super sexy campaign recap in just a few minutes. For now, chill out. This is like everyone's gathering their snacks and things kind of moment in time. So take a minute. Go get some water. We aim to start.
To do that.
Yeah, go do that. We aim to start playing D&D at around 6, so take a second if you need. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How are you guys doing? Friendos on screen.
Not too bad.
Good. Enjoying the warm weather.
Yeah, enjoying is a word.
Oof.
I think if I can mute Discord, because I end up being distracted by it pinging at me half the time throughout the game.
You can.
Yeah, I muted Chasing Tales, which is the loudest channel.
Yeah. So just as like a tip for people using Discord, if you don't want to mute the server as such, like if you still want to see when you have messages in the server, but you don't want to get the sound every time it comes through, if you go into the notification settings, you can change that so you only get the sound when it's an @ mention.
Right. Okay.
I find that's quite nice.
I've just muted the Chasing Tales one for now, and I'll check back when I need to. I'm the DM, so
that's fair.
I feel like there's relatively rarely things that pop up, apart from in like the Whispers chat and Roll20, which I have up. Speaking of Discord, if you are in the chat, if you're in the Twitch right now and haven't seen, we have actually opened up our Discord. It is now public, and there are sections for people to go and hang out in, chat in, share D&D stuff.
I'm going to post a link in the chat.
Hell yeah. In the chat, or in the Twitch.
Yeah.
Ooh, what happened
that was the sound of me opening Twitch.
But yeah, so we have our Discord open. A link will be in the chat. Links are also available on our various socials. So yeah, hop in that Discord and chat with other people. We're putting together a little squad, big old community thing, because that's what D&D is. Yeah.
We all got water, hydro homies.
Yeah.
I'm crap. I've got water. I've got squash. I've got tea. Like just hit me up.
you're
Drink
right.
boy over here.
Ready for anything.
No, it's getting. I'm getting bored of it now.
I would like autumn, please.
What, water?
Yeah.
I'm getting bored of hot water. I'm getting bored of water.
I mean, if I could just never need to drink anymore, that would be helpful. That would improve my longevity quite substantially.
Become a warforged.
Well, you never know what process it takes to make those things.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't. You just don't know, do you? Stop. I mean, if you were to like say hazard a guess at how say Warforged are created and how they magic is needed, what would you say? Just like hypothetically speaking.
I would say that there is someone who has the answers you seek, and yeah, like if you wanted to take a little jaunt over to Takahashi and chat with High Counselor Hunan Brought, then you could probably get a nice little tour of the factory. There's a gift shop.
A gift shop. You can buy a tiny Warforged figurine.
It's actually just a really small Warforged that you can like. It's like a desk tidier.
Yeah, but it's got the soul of a gnome in it.
It's a tiny.
That's my purpose. You passed the butter. Oh my god!
Yo, real quick, do you reckon they have made like garden gnome warforged?
Probably.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think they definitely got like stealth warforged, which are like this just looks like a stone statue.
Yeah.
Or I'm pretty sure
gonna
they
go
probably...
weeping angels on us.
Yeah. What happens when Newt gets a new texture?
Like, sentient iron golems.
I'm gonna update my texture pack. Hold on.
Yeah, he gets a new skin. Like,
Construct a golem, but then stick a Warforged soul in it.
elite skin for Newt is just stone skin.
Yeah, but there's
Someone
microtransactions
Gives you a
though.
stealth
Like,
bonus. They build up.
Volmians have gone
do.
really hard on the microtransactions. I don't know how I feel about that.
Andrew keeps asking me for in real life
accidentally-
money for me to change Newt's skin. It's really I'm conflicted.
You've stumbled across the subtext of this whole campaign is that Volm is just EA.
Oh no.
That's why they're the villains.
Buy the Sims premium pack, damn you!
Oh, you want Halloween and to be able to date ghosts? Well, buy.
Yeah, and also, if you buy the Halloween pack, doesn't mean you get vampires. You have to buy a separate vampire pack for that shit.
That's bullshit.
I know!
What?
The Halloween pack only gives you, like, decorations. And I'm like, no, I want to be a vampire. Why do you want me to pay £10 more for that? God damn it, EA.
Hi, welcome to EA.
It's just me being frustrated about my lack of accessibility to all vampire content, okay?
So apparently it is well worth it, as is the magic pack, according to Mitch. But
I know.
I don't know, man, Mitch. I'm not a fan of microtransactions or DLCs that are just.
I do need to get the vampire pack because I know it's good. I've seen people play it online and like.
Same.
For me, it's a matter of what the content is.
Vampire.
Like, if it's just cosmetic, then I can get behind that in a way that if you want to make a thing look different and you want to spend a bit of money on that, go for it. When it's like actual tangible content throughout the lifetime of the game, and you're just locked out of it, like significant portions of the game, that feels a bit sucky to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, with The Sims, it's like everything. All the packs are like additions. You get quite a lot with just the game as it is. But I want to be able to have a spooky old man bite me and then buy a coffin for my house.
Yeah, there are some games that are really bad when it comes to
At this point, Meg's not even talking.
Meg's talking about real life at this point.
I mean,
Meg IRL.
There's a reason I did not specify, okay?
Yeah, some games are awful when it comes to DLC. One that comes to my mind is actually Destiny. I remember playing Destiny 1 and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll buy like this DLC so I can keep playing because it releases new content. But also some of them are like, you can level up more now and you can get like cool new weapons.
It's like
And
WoW expansions.
Yeah, and I enjoy doing the PvP. So I was like, all right, yeah, cool. Like I'll get this one. I enjoy playing this game. And then another one comes out and these are like 20 quid each. They're pretty expensive for DLC standards. I'm like, shit, okay.
Fuck.
And then like a third one is about to come out. So like at this point, the DLC is costing more than the original game.
Yep.
That's dumb.
And I'm like,
well, the thing with WoW that got me as well is you're already paying monthly, and then they give you these DLCs, expansions as well, and it's like, well, what the fuck am I paying for monthly?
Yeah, like
it's not cheap per month either. It's like 15 quid a month.
It's such a rip-off. Like WoW is such a rip-off. Like if you're paying monthly for something, they should give you the expansions to keep you playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole point
Actually,
of
that's
a
the
monthly
point of the
thing,
expansions, right?
Otherwise,
I
free
guess
to play and then have the expansions be paid. Like,
Although, guys, speaking of expansions, apparently they've added ladders to The Sims 4, you guys.
Ladders!
Ladders!
They go up, they go down.
Oh god!
The update I needed.
How very
Shut up,
exciting.
Shut up, Gordon. I heard that. No.
Chat. I don't know how to work Twitch. I don't necessarily need it, but I want to see our people in the chat. But it won't let me. So. Blame Twitch, not my incompetence.
there we go.
All right.
I'm enjoying them brand new dice.
Can I blame
today as
both?
well.
You can do that. Yeah, that's valid. I'll accept that. I'm excited because our wonderful Hope and Ashura are returning today.
Yes.
Hopefully, unless you guys go on a random other side quest.
We'll just go down the mushroom portal and never be seen again.
That's not. You know, like we all forgot.
Maple
where that portal
will
was.
go insane and jump in the pink lake and just slowly dissolve.
Jump in the pink lake.
Look, the
And
Gorlock
you
is
have
a
to
very
put up
confusing
your
space.
steering
It actually
wheel
changes
forever.
You guys have poked it enough so that you would know. In that pink water and like that, it's a case of you take like 1 acid damage every round you're in it. So it's really, really minuscule.
Maple only has 11 HP right now.
If you were to try and like swim for a while, it will just slowly melt you.
11 rounds.
11 rounds.
Andrew,
to die.
Hello.
if I was to hypothetically run across the lake instead, would I still be taking as much damage?
I think you take a bit less.
Yeah,
like I'm not submerging in it. I'm like
the pads of your feet are still touching it.
Yeah, it's like whether or not he's breaking like the surface tension, maybe.
Yeah, I think I might make a thing of like I might give it to you for free. It might be like an acrobatics or athletics check to maintain your speed without sinking too deep into it.
Okay,
that's that kind of thing. I don't know.
That would make sense to me.
It's like walking on a pavement when it's really hot.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's on a really hot pavement.
Yeah. Well, seeing as this conversation has wonderfully naturally drifted back into the world of D&D, yes. I think it's around that time that we should play some D&D.
Sorry, just Tofu calling it Forbidden Fanta. This lake is...
The Forbidden
You can have as much as you like.
Hemlock
has a little cup of it.
Fanta meat twist.
Oh god!
Not fruit twist.
I hate
God!
Fanta turkey twizzlers.
Don't turn Fanta into
pink slime.
Mushrooms.
Pink slime. It's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving swiftly on.
Moving.
We in this part of the intro stuff, I would normally do a bit of a nice quick recap, but because frankly I'm bored of saying it over and over again, we've recorded a whole recap video which summarizes the levels 1 to 10 adventures of the Soul Guard. So you guys are actually the first people to see this little campaign recap video. This will be going up on the YouTubes next week and will play during like the pre-streams of episodes to come for new people coming in and all that kind of stuff. But for now, Benny, can you throw us into the campaign recap video? This one crosses pages, so good luck. Hello, and welcome back to Chasing Tales. Our adventurers have been on the road for quite some time now, and in this video we're going to see what brought our beloved Hope, Ashura, Newt, Markos, Maple and Hemlock together, and how they ended up as heroes of Adigan. Many months ago, a Volman automaton found themselves in Adigan, somewhere their kind was not widely accepted, with tensions between the nations growing. A group of thugs accosted this figure, the Warforged called Newt. As these thugs began to vent their opinions upon Newt, a group of strangers intervened. A fiery gnome named Maple and the well-dressed pair, Ashura of the Hakuri and Lady Hope Summerhold, entered the fray. With war brewing between Volm, the group avoided conscription to the army by being signed into a different branch of the army, the Royal Covert Commission. This did leave the group with some freedom, however. Taking this freedom and running with it, the 4 adventurers saved a talking fox and headed north to help Maple find her brother and the bow he had left to find. Their journey took them to Lady Summerhold's hometown of Maldrin, where they found passage across the sea to the trading island of Echobrand. Some searching suggested that Pine, Maple's brother, had been captured by pirates and taken to the pirate island of Levisuda. The group turned to less than legal means to gather gold and purchase a boat of their own, the Selkie's Wrath. Newt revealed some of his history as a sailor and a pirate, and led the group across the Silveran Sea to his old home. Arriving at the domain of Pirate Lord Malice, captain of the Stygian fleet, they found Pine, with one less arm, a new line of work, and a shotgun. The bow that Pine and now Maple were seeking had been found, and as our adventurers ventured forth to retrieve it, they gained a member. Looking for a way off the island to find life away from its tea-making for pirates,
The half-orc, half-elf Hemlock boarded the Selkie's Wrath. The group sailed east, finding the island where the bow apparently now lay. As they approached, they found this island bristling with watchtowers that lit up with beacons as the ship was sighted. Beaching the boat in a hurry, the group fought their way through hordes of goblins, eventually slaying the goblin king Trollheart, the wielder of the bow that Maple sought. Returning to the kingdom of Adagan, the group turned their attention to find the parents of their newest companion, Hemlock. A search for shipwrecks led them to the ruined peninsula of Canis, but a much more sinister scene met them. An abandoned giant castle known as Jernborg at the end of the peninsula was revealed as home to a band of sporadic people. Hunters, soldiers, sailors, all professing to have come together at the discovery of some cosmic truth. The heart of this community was the masked entity Anemvor. Hemlock's parents were found here, her mother with a strange, trance-like manner to her, and her father in the depths of some amnesia. Some investigation revealed Anemvor's true nature. A lone mind flayer, corrupting and manipulating these people into servants for his will. The group fled the castle in a blaze of golden wings. The following weeks saw the group travel around Adagan and even across the border into Volm, discovering the extent of this mind flayer incursion.
Sorry to interrupt Andrew. Hi, I'm Prue. I play Hope Summerhold on the show. I edit the videos. It was at this point in the story that Markos joined us, a rifleman from the Adagani military. He was recruited to help the Soul Guard out, and he did that and then some, as Andrew will now go into here.
Even across the border into Volm, discovering the extent of this mind flayer incursion. Individuals scattered across the land trying to build a foothold. The group slew the mind flayers, eventually wiping out the last of them in a fallen ruin in Clearwater Forest, saving Hemlock's parents and many others, and earning their name, the Soul Guard. The ruins held another older mystery, however, an artifact from the times of the Children of the Sun. The group took some time to relax, heading east across the mountains to Maple's home. The artifact found in the ruins, however, seemed to call someone to them. As Hemlock travelled back to her home with her parents, a Volman soldier named Kalen, a defector like Newt, arrived before the group left, with a mad look in their eyes. This elven soldier begged to join the group, convinced that their destinies were entwined. A journey to rest and to meet Maple's gnome tribe took a dark tone, as more and more of Kalen's past and sinister prophecies came to light. Plots of an ancient lich, the Dread Lady Kaisa, and the rising of long-dead titans, the Children of the Sun. The journey back to Adagan saw tensions rise as Kalen became more and more paranoid, a vision of an old friend joining them for the journey in her mind. Arriving in Adagan, the tensions came to boil, as Kalen betrayed the party, stealing the artifact they had found in the ruins and escaping with a lieutenant of the Dread Queen Kaisa into the night. With little time to recuperate, the group were brought up to speed with recent events. The tensions with Volm had come to a peak, and the war had officially begun. The fortress at the far north of the border had been lost. Battles had along the walls, and the fortress to the south besieged by a dragon. The Soul Guard ventured south, finding the fortress of Flail's End in dire straits. The dragon, a boisterous red named Ivranfar, was playing with the fortress like a cat does with food. With the help of the soldiers, the group laid an ambush and lured the dragon with flattery and gifts. Pride ensured the fall. As the group returned to the capital with the dragon's head, they were hailed as heroes. Lady Summerhold was joined in nobility as her friends were rewarded with titles, and the group dubbed Knights of the Silver Shield. And so our party sits, heroes of a nation at war, adventurers in a world threatened by ancient evils and alien invasions.
So concludes our game recap so far. Thanks for coming to the stream with us. We'll be starting really soon, so go grab your snacks, come chat with us, come chill with us, and we can't wait to chase these tales with you. It's going to be so fun. Bye!
Wow, what an amazing recap.
What a video!
We
Fantastic.
are professional producers.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Andrew definitely didn't forget anything that had to be edited in later.
No,
Nothing.
absolutely not.
Nothing. And my excuse is that Markos rolled like a 34 stealth and vanished from my memory.
On the first session, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just like continuing reward for his nutty luck. But with that done, let's have a quick look at what happened last time and then dive into today's episode. Last time, two strangers arrived, Grebo and Thea, magical merchants from the Cognitive Merchant, a plane-hopping magical store, arrived upon a recommendation to seek out these members of the Soul Guard, as they might be able to help in finding some magical component unique to this material plane. Going on a small adventure down underground beneath Glenraven's brow into a section of the underground known as the Gordark, a petrified, rotting remnants of a long-dead titan. They descended in search of blood crystals, remnants of blood with the magic of these ancient titans still residing within them. Their journey took them down an abandoned mine shaft, through pitch-black tunnels that began to shift from stone to strange fungus-filled, almost living caves. They encountered strange monsters that seemed to grow from the walls itself, to rise with a large pink eye and tendrils that sucked the blood from the party. They slayed this death kiss and continued on, where they met a strange, lost, changed figure. What was perhaps once an adventurer not dissimilar to themselves, but was now transformed into a spiny creature with a single green eye, a Nothic, that exchanged with them information about what lay ahead in return for some secrets of their own, as well as a powerful magical artifact given by Grebo. Continuing onwards, they found themselves traversing fungal forests and strange organic matter, unknown whether it was living plant, creature, flesh, or moss, until they finally arrived at a large, dimly glowing pink lake, lit by blooms of orange and pink beneath its slightly murky surface. Their journey took them around the side of this lake, where they encountered strange, animated mushroom-like creatures that seemed to be called to Hemlock and call her in return. Moving on, though, with a significant portion of curiosity as to what this fungal entity that seemed so similar, so familiar, seems to be. You continued forth, as this is not here on a pleasure cruise, you have a job to do. You continued through the tunnels and eventually found on the corpse of some long-dead traveller a small trove of useful items, a powerful mace, an endless bag, and a folding boat, which carried you guys across this floating lake until you eventually came to where you now know to be the home of some weird native creature that calls these caves home, the Fetidar, led by a pinkish glow from what you now know as these crystals you seek. Through some deception, some misleading, and some enchanting fuckery, you managed to turn these creatures against themselves for a brief moment, turning the initial tide of the battle that ensued in your favor, dividing their ranks, controlling them with combinations of spells from Hemlock and from Grebo to freeze them in place. The battle dragged on and was difficult, but you guys came out victorious with the last of these strange, pale-skinned humanoid creatures with backward legs, webbed hands and feet, glassy eyes, and spindle needle-like teeth. Raised, plumes of fungus now growing from their wounds as they rise and stand in complete control of Hemlock. And that's where we left off. As you gathered sections from these crystals, breaking them away, that fell away relatively easily, these very brittle pieces of crystalline material, but at the edges where the breaks were, seemed to almost bleed, a thin liquid. As you gather more and more of these crystals, you gather pretty much this entire cluster, which, for the purposes of sharing distribution, breaks down into 10 roughly equal-sized chunks of blood crystal. As you break these away and put them into your bags and gather them around and reconvene at the center of this chamber, the rest of these creatures lying dead around you, what would you like to do?
Well, I propose we get the hell out of here.
I
I hate
agree.
this place.
Yeah, sounds good.
Getting out of there would definitely be a good idea.
Grebo, do you have a means of rapid transportation, or do we walk?
Grebo thinks for a second. He's thinking, quick transportation. Does he have quick transportation? And then he looks at Maple and says, would you assist us in moving a little quicker? Would that be okay?
I
I
can
could
try.
cast a little spell on you. Is that okay?
Sure.
And Grebo makes a few signs in front of her, and you see her get covered in this kind of goldeny light with little specks of green in there. And he takes a good few paces back, still connected to this magic. And all of a sudden, she just... And there stands before you is a huge T-Rex.
Yeah!
Your entire body expands apart from the arms.
It's still just like gnome-sized arms.
It's still just Maple's arms. They haven't changed at all. It's really weird.
Well,
tiny buff gnome
that's a lot.
arms.
How will she fit in the boat?
What the fuck is that?
Can't she just run through the water?
Yeah, T-Rex can probably take the damage.
Yeah, but T-Rexes are pretty hefty.
Do we?
Oh yes. I mean, you survived quite a while as a T-Rex in that, definitely.
Do we know how deep the water is? Huh. I'm not enjoying that silence.
Well, what's the worst that can happen? I suppose she changes
Maple
back.
dies?
We put her in the boat.
I was like, Maple dies. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, like, really, you know.
Shall we? Shall we fold the boat and jump?
I
in
mean,
there?
I guess I'll you can climb on my back or whatever. I will crouch.
All
Give it a go.
Why not? Let's go.
And Grebo has already run up the tail onto the back, and he's now kind of at the top of the T-Rex neck, just sitting on a scale, just holding onto the sides.
Alrighty.
Get on the boat.
So you got the. So there's the boat that's still kind of rocking against the kind of the gravelly shoreline, pink water lapping at its sides. Maple, you expand into this scaly, thick, tall creature. You feel your legs just are the biggest things in the world. Your massive head, you see a beetle eyes, and you feel a little your back. Yeah, you guys have a boat and a T-Rex. When Grebo's on the back of the T-Rex, what are the rest of you guys up to?
So you have a boat and a T-Rex.
These are your options.
Welcome to D&D.
I'll just stick with the boat.
Yeah, boat
Shall
for
we-
me.
Shall we see how deep it is? And
If I can as a T-Rex, I will shrug.
Thea will join Grebo on the back of the T-Rex because she wants to ride a T-Rex. Come on.
I mean, yeah.
Who doesn't?
Wouldn't you?
These pussies, apparently.
So that leaves Newt, Markos, and Hemlock on this large sailing boat and a T-Rex. Are you starting into water?
Sure.
Alright, as you start wading into this water, and it's this bizarre but beautiful sight as you kind of disturb the different blooms of glowing plant matter at the bottom of this lake. There's almost like a highlighting glow of orange and pinks coming up through this water around you, and you do begin to feel it burn ever so slightly.
It's a tingle.
So those on the boat, are you guys going to try and row behind them? Are you tying a rope around the T-Rex?
That's true. Tie a rope around my tail and I'll pull you. Actually, maybe not the tail, because that might be swinging around.
Just like,
Yeah, we have already started.
Could the T-Rex
wrapping the rope around the T-Rex?
Okay.
could the little T-Rex arms like push
pushes
the boat?
It's like,
With his little arms like.
Hilarious. Okay. It's easy enough to tie a rope around the T-Rex. Around like the mast. One of you mans the rudder at the back of this ship to make sure you stay on course. Maple, I need from you 2 things.
Okay.
One of them will be, I'll say, a survival check with advantage to just find your way back, because I don't believe T-Rex.
Survival in T-Rex or survival in Maple?
Survival in T-Rex, as polymorph does not transform your mental stats or skills, as far as I'm aware.
Well, if it doesn't survive, if it doesn't transform my mental stats, then it'll be Maple.
no, so polymorph changes all of your stats. It's wild
Right.
shape and animal shapes that keep them the same, I believe.
So it'll be T-Rex.
Okay, so
survival.
what is survival? It's wisdom.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's the T-Rex.
Can Thea be like guiding the T-Rex?
Yes, I think that will give you an advantage because you've got people on your head with dark vision as well, helping to like point you exactly where you think you're going.
Oh, nice. I rolled an 18 and a 19, so that's
Hey.
a 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You start pushing off and
Knowledgeable T-Rex.
like dragging this boat behind you, and Thea, you as well, you feel fairly confident that you have an idea of what direction you approach this shore at, and so the right direction to leave off to find where you came from. Now I need you to make an athletics check for T-Rex.
Oh, okay.
Because you are wading / doggy paddling through water that's also acid and dragging a boat.
Come on.
As a T-Rex.
Oh,
Am I
no.
proficient as T-Rex? Oh God. No, I only have proficiency in perception as the T-Rex, apparently, which seems dumb to me, but okay.
The arm.
That
Yeah, they're
is
really bad at push-ups.
10.
10. Okay.
I rolled a 2, everyone.
Boy.
You find it's difficult. You're dragging a boat. That's hard. You find more so the problem of there seems like this bottom, maybe like 5 feet below the surface. There's these pluming plants of glowing oranges and pinks. But that's not the bottom of the lake. Those are the tops of the plants that drift up toward the surface, and it's very difficult to find your footing and to find the actual solid sections and make consistent progress. You find a lot of you're tripping over kind of little divots and dips where it gets deeper, but the plants don't show it. You manage to make pretty good progress, but I'll say because you're struggling to kind of make that quick stride through it, you're taking damage from this.
That's fine.
You're taking about a damage every turn, so about 1 every 6 seconds. So it's not terrible, but it just keeps going. And as you're striding through, you lose sight of the shore behind you, and you keep striding forward. And in your little T-Rex brain, it's kind of difficult to remember how far there is to go. You're pretty sure of the direction, but you're not sure how far out from your destination you are. As you keep pushing and pushing, and it takes more damage, and more damage, and more damage. And as 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by.
Oh no, that's a lot of 6 seconds.
With no sight of an edge of this lake, Grebo, you feel the spell that you're concentrating on. And both you and Thea on the back of this T-Rex go into the water, and it's warm.
Oh no.
And you begin to feel that burning. It's not too difficult. I'll say you will take 3 points of acid damage as you scramble to the boat and climb back on. But it made, as T-Rex was faster than you guys just rowing, so you guys made a pretty good
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless. I'll add a D4 or something.
Oh no.
But that sped up your journey, and it's not too. I say with those survival checks as well, you're still pretty sure of the direction, and it takes maybe another 20 minutes of rowing before you end up coming up against a shoreline. And as you look around this shoreline, it looks vaguely familiar. This looks like the similar area of shoreline where you saw the kind of jagged sheets of rock, the little rock pools of this acidy liquid. And you do see the kind of the glowing mushrooms that plume and gather on the shoreline, like a bit ways down on your left, further towards the exit.
That was a mixed experience. I don't know how I feel about that.
It was fun though.
I'm sure being that giant lizard was cool for a bit.
And yeah, I'm nowhere near as quick or like, you know, dexterous. One might say. It was cool being big.
Yes, as I know myself, I'm obviously like occasionally thinking, oh, what would it like to be so tall and big and strong?
Yeah.
It's fun.
It was pretty fun. I was like a good probably 7, 8, 10 feet taller than I normally am, so
easy. And just to let you know, I've still got another one of those up my sleeve if there's anything else you want to turn into on the way home.
Oh shit.
And he gives me like a wink, like from one gnome to the other.
If you want to be something big again, let me know.
Alrighty. As you guys find this shoreline, you are free to disembark from the boat to keep sailing along the shoreline to where you know that the exit leads. What do you guys want to do?
Just keep going.
On the
So
boat
we're
on the
passing.
shore. You can see on the shoreline near you the kind of the type of landscape around where those fungal groves were.
Right. Where the portal was.
I think let's just stay on the boat.
I mean, we're a thing that might have resembled something like a
It's the easiest way, and it'll avoid any creatures that are on the land.
Oh, shall we stay on the boat as long as we can?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take advantage of what we have.
Right.
Sure. I guess we just follow the coastline then.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You guys keep rowing this boat.
Just coast along.
Hemlock, you feel a slight twinge as you see that kind of glow of those mushrooms pass to your right and then behind you. The boat continues until you find that kind of sandy shore, like blackish, brown, red sand that signals the way out. You hear that as the boat grounds itself as you part the next section of the return journey. The boat, Markos, yes.
As we're getting off the boat, I would have noticed Hemlock sort of like looking back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sort of like put my hand on his shoulder and just say, "We will go back. Not today, but I promise we'll go back. I know you need to know."
Hemlock just nods but doesn't say anything.
Alrighty.
Okay.
As the boat folds in like a strange, like almost like segments, like a woodlouse, and like begins to curl up on itself and shrink, and then there's a and that little kind of shoebox-sized box lies on the sand. It's for you guys to pick up. Who's grabbing the box?
I'll grab it. Newell reach down as the resident boatman.
Okay, you have a folding boat.
Boatman. There's no need to feel down. I said boatman.
Boatman. If your feet off the ground, I said boatman.
For the sake of relative brevity, unless there's anything any of you guys would specifically like to do in these tunnels, it is easy enough to retrace your steps with the skilled tracking and wayfinding skills of Markos and Maple and Thea. It is easy enough for you guys to track your way back
You find your way traveling up these tunnels and scrambling, and the fleshy red-brown walls begin to fade to greys and harder stones. As you find your way back into the actual mines themselves, you find that same kind of slanting upward shaft that leads into the mines. You see the chain dangling down, slightly damp and glistening. Mr. Newt.
One thing that I have remembered from before when we were coming down here, before we met the Nothic, there was mention of getting a rock pet.
Yeah.
Do we want to grab one of the rocks?
You absolutely pass
on the way out.
You absolutely pass like one or two of these little kind of just like blob rocks, that thousands of tiny little mycelia feet going.
Aww.
It's maybe like the size of, I don't know, 5 D&D books, and about as heavy as.
Maple will carry it if people don't feel like it.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Carrying 5 D&D books for a long time gets heavy, y'all.
Yeah.
It does.
And I have
But
big strong
Maple is
arms.
strong.
So you guys find yourself at that kind of that slanted mine shaft. Some of you climbed down and some of you fell down. How are you guys ascending?
Is our rope still there?
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
Wound back up.
All right, then I'll need the athletics checks from those of you that are climbing up that rope.
If you guys like, I can climb up to the top, and then if you guys just hang on, I'll just pull you all up.
Yeah.
I got a nat 20 on the athletics, so it's 25.
Like, you start using the rope, but then realize, wait, I'm a ninja, and you start just like parkouring off the wall itself, and it's faster, and you like, and you get up to the top just fine.
That's a 31 athletics.
You don't even like. You're one of those assholes, like you don't even use your legs; it's just upper body.
I'm just rock climbing.
You're just one arm, just like throwing yourself up the rope.
So
Can I use acrobatics?
Go on then.
No, it's fine. Athletics. 4 + 5 is 9.
Oh.
Okay. The rope is slippery. It has been in this kind of damp cave now for a couple of days as you guys have been down there. Yeah, you're about like a quarter of the way up and your grip is just starting to fail you. And it's like half it's your grip failing, half it's just the rope is really slippy. Newt and Maple, you're up the top. The rest of you guys, not yet.
Thea rolled 19.
You grab and like when you get to about halfway up, you realize this rope is really wet and there are enough handholds and you just like convert to climbing, and you get up to the top as well. So Maple, Thea, and Newt, you're up at the top. Grebo.
If you guys tie knots, this is me like yelling down the tunnel. If you guys tie knots in the rope, hold on to the knots and we can pull you up.
Yeah, you do that. Yes.
The rope is really slippy. It's not my fault. I'm normally pretty good at climbing.
Yeah,
Don't worry, buddy. If you tie knots, you can like hold on and then you won't slip down.
Yeah.
And so at the bottom, Grebo is shouting up, yeah, you do that. You do that. And then he looks around and smirks at the rest of us. And he makes a little flapping motion with his hands. And he says, "You can fly now." And he just slowly starts to fly up.
And that's how many?
I assume it's fly.
On 3.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's on Markos and Grebo and Hemlock. You guys all begin floating up. The little rock pet is now up there with you as well.
What the hell? How do I control this thing?
Oh, Pariah, well, fine. Pariah comes up to you, he's fine.
I was waiting for Pariah to be stuck down there, like, help.
Maple, you're like...
Maple just can go back down and piggyback Pariah, probably. Like...
You're like standing there waiting for them to tie a knot in the rope and like feeling if anyone's hanging on it, and then Grebo just like... and, like floats up to your level.
Oh.
Followed by Markos. And
that works too.
Hemlock. Alrighty.
We'll take our ropes back.
Alrighty, you reclaim your joined ropes and head out. You guys find your way through the same kind of sectioned off caves of this old mining complex. You see the same chains and rusted metal rails of the mine carts that existed in this space, however many years before this was closed down. Until eventually, you finally, for the first time in several days, come out of this large, steep-stepped tunnel, push open the wooden door, and sunlight hits your eyes and warms your skin, and then rain follows. As you find yourselves on a patchy, overcast, lightly raining day in the middle of Adagan.
Yay! What time of day is
Wonderful.
Ish.
Time of day-ish. I'm going to say it's a bit later on. You guys kind of did that whole travel back pretty quickly.
It's afternoon time.
So yeah, I'm going to say it's like early evening.
Like 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ish.
Do we still have fly up?
No.
No, it's only 10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of these
Never mind
wonderful
then.
little hearts. So we can actually see where you are. I'll get rid of like the ones that are near the thing. I'll get rid of the black green as well. But yeah, you guys are. What was it? It was like almost like dead east from Adagan itself. So yeah, it's early evening. It's kind of light raining. You guys are outside and free. What would you guys like to do?
Grebo kind of gathers the party together and says, "Look, the rewards that we wish to give you are at our shop, at our little store. It's not so far. We go there first, give you your rewards, and then you can head home from there."
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Where is your store?
Then he looks at Thea to lead the way.
And Thea leads the way.
Alrighty, you guys are I'll say about 20 miles from the city. So you'll probably have to like rest the night and then continue the journey the next day. But with your mansion and your highly skilled trackers and rangers and people in the middle of the kingdom itself, with another night's rest under your belt, you find your way through these kind of calming woods of Clearwater Forest. You find yourselves looking to the south. You see rolling fields and crops and wheat. And you eventually begin to see on that second day a large tree rising above the city, that skyline that calls Adagan. And I'll say kind of like 11 a.m., 12, coming towards noon, you find yourself stepping into the stone-cobbled streets of Adagan itself. And following the lead of Thea and Grebo, they lead you into the Cobbles district, the southern merchant district of the city. Down a side street where you hear like the clanging of metal on an anvil. As you see horseshoes being made and sparks kind of like spurting out into the street from this anvil. You see on one hand side there's a bunch of racks just inside a store where someone's tying rope and essentially making ropes. And just beyond those, you see a nice store as if it had always been there. Glass front windows, nice kind of gold lettering across the top. Just reads the Cognitive Merchant.
Grebo goes in, opens the door, ushers everybody in. What they see when they step inside is quite a cramped little store. There's a counter in front of them, and behind the counter is like a row of bookshelves, all with books or little trinkets on them, little items here and there. On the shelves around them are some very basic, mundane magic items, nothing particularly crazy or special. Health potions, things like that. He says, welcome to the Cognitive Merchant.
Nice place you have here.
Looks lovely.
It's home.
Shall we get down to business?
So,
Sure thing. There's a little bit
do you
cramped in
think
there.
this is nice? Do you think this is impressive? And he says this with like an eyebrow raised here.
I mean, we don't get many magic items here in Adagan, so this is a lot in one place.
Considering I don't remember seeing it a few days ago.
He says, "Hey, they're impressed by this." And then Grebo steps behind the counter and he pulls a book on one of the bookshelves and opens up the bookshelf like a door.
Yeah.
And beyond it, you see a workshop that's huge, like way bigger than the shop should be. It is definitely some strange, bigger on the inside than it is on the outside technology. And you see like cauldrons bubbling. You see all kind of crazy odd artifacts. Some stuff half built. Some contraptions just hanging suspended in the air being worked on. And Grebo says, "Now this is impressive. Come on in. Come on. Take a seat." And he ushers you into all the splendor that is the Cognitive Merchant Workshop.
It's just
it is great. Can confirm.
On that play, Doctor Who's.
Yes.
Tofu is like, buy dice bags for your characters who don't have dice.
Yeah, you guys find yourselves in
They're
this.
just money pouches.
Find yourselves in this expansive workshop, all these different completed and uncompleted projects. With you guys managed to salvage, along with the that magical mace. There was that bag of holding. There was the holy boat. You managed to obtain 10 of these blood crystals. Grebo, it is very easy to identify these and to apply a bit of your arcane knowledge. Do you want to make a little arcana check for me to see just how much you get in terms of investigating them, please?
Yes. And I get advantage on that because no wizard shenanigans.
Sure.
Arcana. 23.
23, fuck yeah. So you have 10 of these crystal chunks, each maybe the size of maybe 7 inches long, in different kind of jagged shapes and sizes. They can be used for many things, for crafting, for potions. They can be ground down or turned into a dust or put through a liquid to give them the properties, as so many other of your different arcane creations. They seem to have properties related to regeneration, to not quite resurrection, but semblance of giving life to something. So your arcane imagination can take you where you wish in terms of what can be created from these. Additionally, as well as being very, very potent, very powerful things for healing, regeneration, resurrection type stuff, one crystal can be used in the place of up to 1,000 gold pieces worth of components for spells that heal, regenerate, resurrect, or similar. So, for example, if you wish to cast Resurrect, which has a gold cost to it, you could use a crystal of this to replace that component, if you so desired. And you have 10 of these crystals, so you may squirrel those away and do with them what you wish.
Resurrect me 10 times. I'll eventually get the right race.
Eventually.
So Grebo is counting out the crystals. He puts half of them to one side for himself and Thea, pushes the other half on the table and says, "This is your half share, but I did promise you more magical rewards. Now, I have a few things that I think would definitely help one or two of you that I feel is fitting. Just give me 1 second." And Grebo is rummaging off on tables and grabbing things and just throwing stuff over his shoulder, genuinely just making a mess everywhere. I'm sure Thea would have rolled her eyes a few times.
Oh, what he did.
Yeah. And he comes back and he's got 2 bags. One really heavy bag, and puts that on the table, and one smaller little pouch. He opens up the bigger pouch, and it just seems to have like a fine silvery dust in it, but there's a lot of it. He takes the smaller bag off the top, and he says, "Hemlock,
Yes.
could you just come over here to the table with me for a second?"
I'll walk over.
I feel that on our adventure, you had to miss an opportunity. So I feel a good reward should go to you. Now, what is in this bag, I think would fit you very well. But use them wisely. And he opens up the drawstring on this little bag. And what you see inside it is lots of different kinds of mushrooms. Now, it has got 6 different mushrooms in there. That's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And Grebo says, "Okay, I'm going to count them out, and I'm going to tell you what each one does. So it's important to remember this." He also says, "And you can only use these once. You can eat them or make them into a paste or a tea, but you can only use them once. They cannot be regrown. They cannot be duplicated. These were extremely, and I mean extremely rare to find." So he takes out a red one with yellow spots on it and puts it on the table. And he says, "This one, when crushed and mixed with water, this mushroom can either heal extremely severe burns, or it can give somebody immunity to fire for 1 minute." Mm-hmm. And he takes out a glowing green mushroom. It looks just like crazy toxic. It is like neon green glowing. And he says, "This one, if eaten, it gives the imbiber devil sight for 24 hours. However, your eyes will also glow green and you may occasionally see ghostly dancing mushrooms. But don't trust the dancing mushrooms. They're not real. That was what happened to me anyway."
Wait, so can you not see devils unless you have this devil sight?
It gives you devil sight.
A devil's invisible otherwise?
Hmm?
I don't know, like, do devils have an invisibility or something?
No,
they can do. But this devil sight gives you the most amazing vision. Then he takes out a purple one and says, "This one, well, there is a spell. One I've used a few times myself." And he boops himself on the nose, and he grows gills and webbed feet and webbed hands and feet, and he looks a little more aquatic. He boops himself on the nose again, and he looks like a drow. He boops himself on the nose again, and he looks like a deep gnome or dark skin. And then boops himself on the nose, and he's back to Grebo again. This spell we call Alter Self. So with this mushroom, it casts this for 1 hour. It can be brewed in a tea. If you brew it in a tea, then it doesn't last as long, only 10 minutes, but it means more people can imbibe some. They can all use Alter Self, but unfortunately this mushroom does have a teeny tiny drawback. You will also be very purple. All over, including your eyes and hair. He then kind of gives a little smirk and he takes out a black, shriveled up mushroom. And he says, "This one in particular made me think of you. Now, there has been a word thrown around you, which is the word hag. I will say this. I've known quite a few hags in my time. They can be pretty awesome. You should definitely embrace your haggish side. There's nothing wrong with it, and it can bring you great power. So, if you imbibe this black shriveled mushroom, you will take on the appearance of a boa hag. From that point on, everybody around you, within 15 feet around you, will be terrified of you. It effectively casts the fear spell on you in 15 foot in all directions. Now, you can exempt your friends from this, but only, and this is very, very important, only if they see you eat the mushroom. If they don't see you eat the mushroom and you just turn a corner and they're there, they're likely to wet themselves. Then he takes out the fifth mushroom, which is all kind of ethereal and seems to blink from shades of blue to green to red. And he says, "This one, its origins lie in the blink spell. Eat it, and blink is cast upon you. It's a little random. You know, you can't always control when you do blink out, but you'll definitely blink back in. But it could be a good thing in a tight situation. It's got me away from folks more than once." And then he takes out the last mushroom. This mushroom it's a shimmering gold. It is beautiful. You look at it and it just, it looks exquisite. And he says, "If somebody has died within the last hour, and it must be within the last hour, this mushroom has the effect of the Revivify spell. It is very, very powerful. The mushroom needs to be planted in the body, close to the heart. It will take 1 minute to take effect, and then they should be back alive again. But each day after the revived person, strange things may happen to them, just depending. Sometimes they just grow a small little mushroom on their face, sometimes nothing. But occasionally they may grow a beard of mushrooms. Just warning you. A full-on big beard of mushrooms. Now, it doesn't hurt to shave them off. It's kind of like hair. But if you pluck one out, it'll really, really hurt." And then he scoops them up and he puts them all into the bag, and he closes the drawstring, and he hands the bag to her and just says, "These are yours now. Use them wisely." And steps back.
Thank you, Grebo. Truly, this is amazing. Thank you.
Now, what else do we have? And Grebo looks at the Warforged, and he says, "Newt, come closer."
All right.
Close your mouth and your eyes, and keep them shut until I tell you. Okay?
When you say close your mouth, Newt just kind of taps himself on the face, and you realize he doesn't actually have a mouth that can open or close.
Oh, okay.
He has a little like slot that lights up.
He goes like this and just like covers his eyes.
Okay. And Grebo puts his hands in the bag of silvery dust, and he pulls out 2 handfuls, and he says, "This is a mix between mithril and adamantine dust." And he then proceeds to like run around you, like throwing it at you like fairy dust, until you are basically like just covered in this like silvery glitter. Like, you're almost looking disco ball-esque right now. He's just throwing it at you, and he says a few words, and then dusts off his hands and steps away, and looks at Thea and says, "Right, this next bit's over to you."
Are you done having fun?
Yes. Go for it.
Thea walks up to Newt and just kind of like put his hands down by his side and just says, "This isn't gonna hurt," and just places her hands on each side of your head, like so.
You guys can tell Newt is really fucking confused right now.
Just don't move, just relax. And she just starts muttering under her breath, like you've heard her doing before when she did bits of her magic, like ranger magic. And as she does that, you see like your form change ever so slightly. You see green elvish tattoos start appearing all over your body.
Ooh.
Silver. And your structure seems to heal and just appear more smooth and pristine than before. As he like touches your face, she just pulls her hands down your chin and down your face here. You just feel something starts to grow, and you probably won't see it just yet, but your friends will. You grow a grass beard, handlebar mustache, and mutton chop. and
yeah.
Like pats you on the chin and says, "Well, now you look handsome." But remember, if you shave this off, you won't be as handsome anymore.
Yeah. And
you immediately goes to find a reflective surface. It's like, wait, what are you? Sorry, what?
so now what you guys have seen is that these spiraled elven tattoos are the metal that he got coated in. The metal dust has come together.
Just coalesced.
Yeah, and Grebo says to him, "So, what I would like you to do is think about these tattoos.
Okay.
Think about the energy that powers you, and think very hot thoughts. Think of fire burning and coals smoldering. Just close your eyes and concentrate for a moment.
Just don't touch anything."
Oh yes, don't touch anything.
He will like take a step back from any surfaces nearby. He's able to like put his hands together and go into like kind of like a half meditative stance and starts thinking about fire, the coal smoldering, the breath of Ivrin Far, and all of like basically any hot fire correlation that he can make is gone into his mind.
And as he's doing that, you see these silver swirls start to glow red hot, and they are giving off some serious heat. Like, we can all feel it. We all would start to sweat if this doesn't cool down soon.
Toasty.
And then I say, "Okay, start to think cooler thoughts now."
And he will do so. Start thinking.
And the heat dies down, and they go back to being their regular metal tattooed self. Out of character, do you want to tell him what that does?
Yes, so out of character, the tattoos give you +1 to AC and +1 to persuasion.
Well,
the
grass Go on.
The grass handlebar with passion wouldn't give you plus persuasion.
Hell yeah.
If you take it off, just like Thea said, you will lose that +1.
Wait, sorry, how much is it?
+1.
+1, okay.
Yeah, and the Datsun give you +1 to AC, and then also like the heat effect. If you do grapple somebody while using that, you need to use an action to be able to heat them up. They take 2d6 fire damage until you let go of them, or they, come out of your grapple.
Yeah. So if you've been grappled, you can use an action to heat up your skin, heat up these metal parts of you, so that they'll take 2d6 fire damage until they let go. Or you can grapple somebody and heat them up and do damage that way.
Also, if you're in a cold environment, you act as a radiator for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
None of us need cloaks. We can just huddle.
Yeah.
Newt will give people really nice warm hugs.
And then burning
As long as he
hot
doesn't turn it up
hugs.
too high.
Maybe
As long as he
too
doesn't turn
hot.
it up too high.
And then Grebo just says, and for the rest of you, and he just pulls out another little bag, and it's just got some very basic, indiscriminate potions that the DM will decide what they are later.
Generic potion bag.
Yeah.
Generic potion bag.
So those are our gifts to you.
Oh, hell.
It has been fun adventuring with you. Thank you for helping us get these crystals.
Yes, thank you for your help.
Thank you very much. It was,
It was fun.
an interesting journey, to say the least.
Hmm.
I need to find someone else who can turn me into a T-Rex.
One of them is a potion of T-Rex.
On that note, we have one more thing to give the party, but it is for all of the party. And he takes out a sapphire, quite big, like kind of about the size of his fist, being the gnome. And he gives it you, and it's got little strange markings on it. And he says, "Look, we have traveled all over the place. We know some of the adventures that you've had, and some of the adventures you're going to have. There may be a time when you need to call us again and have us come along with you. This crystal, when you need us, just crush it. We'll do the rest." And he puts his hand out with the crystal in it.
You can only do it once.
Okay.
I want someone to just grab it and break it now. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad.
I'm just too strong. I don't know.
Okay, well, look.
We need to get on with some work.
Yes. Now that we've got these crystals, we need to do some things with them. So it's going to be work for a while. And he opens the door. It looks like a door from this side, but on the other side, it's a bookcase. And he ushers you out into the smaller shop, and then opens the bigger door for you guys to get gone. And he just says, "Well, good luck, and I hope you find what you're looking for and help make the world a better place."
And you can't see Thea anymore. You can just hear hammering and pottering about in a workshop. She's gone.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you for the adventure. It was fun.
Pleasure meeting you.
You're more than welcome. Anytime. You can give us a holler when you need us. And
I'm sure we will.
He takes off his wizard's hat and he gives you a little bow and a nod.
Right.
Alrighty.
Let's go home.
As you guys close that door, you have a quick look behind you. And you see behind that rope workers shop, and opposite where that blacksmith making of the hawk shoes, the same sparks shoot across the alley. And you just look at that green store. Kralka's salts. A dark blue paint. Have an old black sign hangs over it with like a little bowl of salt. And the cognitive merchant is not there anymore. The shop itself gone. If you guys would like to buy some salt, you can.
You just stand there stroking his grass mustache like, wait, did we just imagine that?
I think they're definitely friends of Endalian if they can do that.
Aww. Well, thank you very much, Coggy Merchant.
No, thank you guys.
Stay with us.
Playing with you, Alan.
It was so nice.
Wonderful adventures.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thank
us.
you for coming. It's been great to
Thanks
have it
for
all.
being had.
Have been you.
Yeah, well, you've got that crystal now, so at another point, if there's a holiday or things like that, then you can always tag us in.
Oh.
Or if you guys end up in a fight that you've definitely got in over your heads in.
My cognitive merchant plug stuff.
Yes, go for it.
So you can find us with the name The Cognitive Merchant on all social medias. We also have our Etsy store under the same name, where you can get dice bags and costume bits and different things that we put up there, including we've got a new product which is wings for boots, haven't we? That the lovely Megan is making.
Ooh, they go on your boots and they're so cute.
So it means you can have dragon wings, bat wings, angel wings, demon wings, all flapping away on the sandy boots. Yeah, there's fairy wings as well, nice sparkly fairy wings. And we've got like a big range of dice bags and dice cups on there. And they're all one-offs. Everything that we make is pretty much one of a kind. So if you see something on there that resonates with you or you think connects with your character, get that one. You know.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's us, isn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna say bye.
Alrighty, guys, it's been so fun having you on as players and as characters, Grebo and Thea, for exploring this so far unseen portion of this weird little world. Thanks so much for coming along. Thank you guys viewing for joining us for this little kind of mini adventure along the path of the Soul Guard. Yeah, keep an eye on our stuff. We will have the merchandise back at some point. But yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
What's that?
Are we good?
It's back again.
Hi,
It's
everyone.
which is back. It's
What up?
again.
What episode number is this?
13.
And we
Lucky for
haven't.
some.
We have figured out all of our technical issues and how to run a podcast.
Most of them. It used to be a lot worse than this.
They did.
But
Hey,
with
look, guys, not to big us up too much, but I did have a friend who said our first episode sound quality was better than the sound quality of the first ever episode of Critical Role. So don't
There you
at me,
go.
Professor.
There you
That's
go.
true.
That is true.
Has
We
been
are
the
on-
same.
we are on a trajectory.
Yeah,
Is all
and
I'm
it's
gonna
the
say.
same. It's the same. It's
Only way is
exactly
up.
the same numbers. Just on
So-
par.
Yeah.
We
much.
did a whole super excited bit of Alex and Pro back, but we you couldn't hear us. But you saw it. You saw how excited
We
we
are
were.
back.
And they
Yeah.
are back. And that
Hell yeah.
is wonderful, amazing.
He's Alex.
It's us.
Here we are.
Me,
So-
Prue, me.
I'm so glad to be back under you, Alex.
I'm so glad to be back on you.
You're on top of me, baby, and me over.
I'm on top of you. That's right. I wasn't sure what we were talking about. I was just like, I'm just gonna roll along with it.
I mean, I'm not sure who allowed Alex to be on top because we all know that the show is a bottom, but you know.
Oh God, no, he isn't. I told you
There
that.
is
Yes,
no
he is.
set a bottom and a brat.
Don't lie.
So
You've said one thing, you've shown another.
so
Fuck you.
Bottom for Lady K. And the sword.
Oh,
So-
we're back.
Hope and
Fingers
Ashura
on lips.
have been, since half of the party ventured forth into the Gordark, Hope and Ashura have done a victory tour of Adagan in the company of the Princess Soraya, I'm sure they can let on what happened there themselves when the moment arises. For now, we shall come back to our Hemlock and Markos and Newt and Maple. The four of you with your loot from both the Cognitive Merchant and your journey. Someone keep an eye on who has that bloody mace and the bag of holding, all that kind of stuff. With that in tow, you begin your return journey to Yellenholm Manor. Is there anything that you forced to do before you get back home, or are you just going back to the house?
Yeah.
All right. You guys get back to the house, and you find waiting for you in the middle of the hall. And as you guys enter the house, Felix comes back out, your young butler. Hi everyone. While you guys were gone, a delivery came, and I gestures towards the big chest. I was told to keep watch over this for the delivery to all of you. It is your the reward for Ivanvar.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, I think we should wait until everyone's back before we touch that.
I would say so.
Sure.
Should we leave it in the war room, the planning room?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Parlor.
Yeah. Let's leave it in
sure.
there for now.
They're the same room. The wall table's in the parlor.
Ah.
Yes.
I've not been here long.
Yes.
I get confused still. You
It's
know.
fine. We'll put it around there.
I'll drag it through. Welcome back, everyone. And he kind of sets about dragging this large, heavy chest around the corner.
I'll help him. Like,
he's,
me and Markos will help.
He's giving it a go, and
It's
he's
fine.
dragging it across the tile.
Yeah.
Don't want to scratch the floor. I mean, just here
No,
we go.
sir.
Well, I
yes,
mean, also
let's
it's
carry
hard
it
work. You know, it's the least I can do to help.
There are a couple days until Hope and Ashura return home, and you guys had a couple things you wished to do. Maple, Newt, in the coming days, Marigold, Maple, your wife, comes out, and you spend the next few days an on-off rain as autumn rolls in, bringing some wood in from the town, and setting up a little carpentry workshop outside, and just start putting together some beehives. You saw the wood, you set the frames together, you make all these, I think 2 or 3? 3, I think. 3 little kind of nice like box hives. You spend a lovely time painting them together, and it's lovely. You occasionally have to run for cover as the rain rolls in a little bit harsher than other times. But by the time your friends arrive, you have 3 beehives. Not full of bees yet. You have the hives.
Yes.
But not the bees yet.
I mean, generically, you should have the hives first.
Yep. Markos,
What do I do with all these bees?
in the few days you saddle a horse and ride north, back home. Spending a couple days in Muldrin, you hear the stories of your friends Hope and Ashura riding through, and your parents seem particularly glad to like welcome you back, and they take you out to like a dinner fancier than they would normally be able to afford. Which is like they spent like a gold on the meal. But you know, for some people that own a carpentry workshop, that's still pretty. That's a lot of money for some food. Yeah. Is there anything you wish to do, particularly in Muldrin, while you're there? Is it just like catch up, spend some time with?
Definitely catch up. Ask about. Well, just catch up, see how my siblings are doing. You know, younger brother, older sister, if they've heard from her. Yeah, before I leave, I will also kind of. I know Dad won't let me. He'd be too proud, but I will also try to leave them with a chunk of money and just be like, look. Yeah.
Take my gold.
We're doing okay here. You know, I got a title, all this. Just have it. Look, just have it. I want you to be comfortable and happy and not worry about
definitely starts
in
like
times of war.
He definitely starts protesting, but he doesn't hold on to it for very long, and accepts. And they both kind of, as you head out, they kind of have that
parent thing of slightly teary eyes, and then they tell you that they're very proud of you, of all that you've done, not just in the big dragon slaying stuff, but also in just the way you're taking to this new role so well. And they didn't see it coming, Lord Markos Astreva, but the title seems to suit you.
Well, neither did I. I mean, I was just doing my job. Dragon, I shot it, and here we are.
And they're very proud.
The most basic way of describing the situation.
It's not like a dragon flew over you, like, oh, what's that? Bang!
I'd like to insert here, because Andrew hasn't mentioned it, that when we took the tour past where you lived, we made it look like your shot was the killing blow, rather than just like a generic Adagani soldier, so that people would be like, oh, hey, that's Markos. That's Markos Astreva. And I left them a little note being like, Markos is really cool.
Aww.
Yeah.
I couldn't see them in the crowd. It was a very busy day. I'm sorry. I looked. My perception roll was like a 5.
For reference there, by the way, for people who don't know, his parents' names are Gabrielle and Russalon. That's mother and father, respectively.
Nice.
Pretty.
You definitely notice, like, when you're out in the town, like, your friends in general are very present and keen to, like, hang out with you and buy you drinks and stuff. That parade definitely kind of brought a lot of... It definitely wasn't a parade of, like, look, it's me, Hope and Ashura. It was very much like, we're here representing the Soul Garden. Here's lots of displays of power.
We didn't do what everyone expected us to do. We actually did the nice guy thing.
Yeah, it's a little jarring to go back home to all these people that you knew for so long to look at you slightly differently, but it's in a nice way, and your parents are very, very happy to see you. Yeah, Hemlock, you had some hag stuff to get up to in the few days you have.
Yeah, I did.
What would you like to do, hag lady?
First of all, I want to spend some time with the distillery, in the workshop, and with all of the weird shit that I've gathered in my workshop over the past, months that it's been, and just have a bit of an experiment, see what I can make, see what, like, I have mushrooms from a load of different places, I have flayer bits, I have dragon bits, like, I wanna have a play about, I wanna have a bit of an experiment.
Okay, this will take a minute, and I want you to have, like, maximum creativity when it comes to this stuff. Okay. So what I'll do is I will ask you to make a nature check as you analyze different mushrooms and bits and bobs and ascertain what you can do with them. So if you want to make a little nature check for me.
22.
22, hell yeah. You fucking... Your first couple of days, I'll say, is you like taking all of these components and running tests on them, running through your distillery set to got lots of like tiny little like dropper vials of essence of this and extract of that, and you have all these like kind of like a small like growing like a rapidly growing like apothecary shelf of like bits and bobs, and you begin to figure out what you might be able to do with them. From dragon bits, unsurprisingly, most likely, you can involve aspects of fire, whether that be breathing fire, resistance to fire, just general strength, as dragons themselves are very strong, mighty creatures. So if you want to keep a note of like dragon stuff, those kinds of aspects. From the fungus, you manage to ascertain these fungus, while being acidic, they allow you to mess around with things. Where have I got this down? Yes, from these from the funguses and also the crystals and the acid water and all of those bits. I'll say it uses up one of the crystals, so you now have 4 of those. But you manage to ascertain that from these, you'll be able to extract aspects relating to enchantment, domination,
necromancy, acid resistance, and healing. Okay. So things relating to charming people, dominating things in that way that those mushrooms had that effect on the environment around them. Necromancy in the way that they seem to resurrect those bodies, and the same things with those crystals, how they seem to create life out of nothing. Necromancy in the ways of that being both resurrection and undeath. Acid from those mushrooms that seem to kind of produce kind of digestive fluid that seem to infuse that lake, both as something either to create acid or to provide resistance to it. And also healing in general from those crystals. So I'll say, using these couple days, you basically manage to break down the components for potions of that kind of stuff. Okay. If you want to then try and make a specific kind of potion that does something of your design, you can use up an amount of those components, let me know, and do a specific check relating to that to whatever. Or if you'd like to just look through lists of potions and make standard ones, you can do that as well.
I will, I think, just so I'm not taking up a lot of time, and there was one other little thing I wanted to do, I will probably get back to you on that. So we're not in the middle of thing. But the other one thing I wanted to do, once I've done a lot of the work and the research on and the work on the distillery, I want to have a bit of a research and a read on a certain woman that I saw in the Gordark. I want to see if I can find any books, any records of anything, any creature like that, any record of someone like that existing by her description, by the way she spoke, by location, things like that.
Okay. So on on one of these days, you put your like travel satchel on, you head back into Adigan. Now, as a lady of Adigan, you are freely admitted into the Royal Library, the Adamantine Bind. You find the kind of sallow-featured half-elven library keeper, the chief archivist, Devrith Cord. I'll put his name in the description in the chat. Devrith Cord. This kind of sallow-featured half-elf with kind of wispy hair and half-moon spectacles. It shows you down into the various sections. A large kind of mechanical elevator takes you down into this large kind of cylindrical library. Do you want to make, I'll say, an investigation check with advantage? Because there are people there that will offer assistance with finding what you're looking for.
18.
18, okay. As far as the specific visual descriptions, there's not that much. As far as looking into things of fungal nature, of different kinds of power within them, you come across one kind of concept. There's different books that talk about how to be careful throughout the planes, how the different dangers of the different planes. One of them talks about how there are a kind of creature that live naturally in the material plane, in the Underdark, the Myconids, these kind of fungal, sentient creatures. And while those are neutral, they're just living, sentient creatures, there are forces out there which have a similar, kind of physiognomy, a similar kind of fungal network creeping hive sentience, but is one of corruption, one of endless growth, with no worry of what is needed, only what is possible. You do not catch the name of whatever this force is, but I will say with an 18, you do ascertain that it is something demonic.
Okay. Lovely. Great. Perfect. Cool.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
No, I think throughout the whole kind of time that we're waiting for Ashura and Hope to get back, Hemlock does kind of keep to herself. Like she stays in the workshop and in the library and doesn't spend a lot of time with the others as much. But yeah, apart from that, I'm good.
Alrighty. In which case, these days pass, visiting family, constructing beehives together, researching in solitude. And after these days, two familiar figures are spotted walking down the driveway. As Ashura and Hope return home. What?
Finally.
Bitch bash, you're all back together.
Hell
Familiar,
yeah.
but not too familiar. Because Hope is 5'2".
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wild magic is wild, huh?
Yeah. Oh.
I will almost definitely have a minor illusion of the word shorty on my forehead.
Yes. All the time.
Once you guys read it, I'm like, Ashura, stop!
No.
No! It's not funny anymore, it just hurts my feelings now.
I feel like there's a point of seeing you guys in the distance. We're like, oh, hey, they're back. Wait, are they like walking apart, or is Ashura always that tall? And then, like, as you get closer, it's like, oh,
No.
what?
No. Yeah. Well, hello guys. Yes, look, it's here. It's Honor Summerhold, the twin sister of Hope. I brought her
Literally,
along.
no.
She's very small
Ashura.
compared to Hope. It's
Ashura,
exactly the same
Ashura.
person, except 9 inches.
Ashura, you're not the only one with a sword. Shut your fucking mouth.
Glad to see you two
Hi,
still getting
guys.
along well.
Victory tour
Yes.
went great.
Amazing.
I just, my magic did what it does.
And made you smaller.
I'm just,
Exactly. On
It's
purpose. It was
growing on me. Oh, what a poor choice of words.
growing on you? Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
It doesn't.
No, it was great.
Not with you.
Thank you. I think that's what the princess thinks. Oh, should we go inside for some
so.
tea?
Okay, yeah, we have some actual tea yes to spill, but we'll take
Wait,
we'll
no,
talk
don't
about
spill
it.
the
Yeah,
tea.
we went and
We'll spill
did
the
some
tea.
shit too.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
no,
you know,
I just
so
don't
many-
want to have the conversation stood out in the courtyard when we've got a perfectly
That's
nice
very true.
parlour.
That's
And
a very
it's
good point.
drizzling.
Also, yes, let's go.
Oh,
When you guys-
Maple, happy birthday! And I will
Oh,
hug you
shit.
real big, but real
Real
small,
big.
I guess.
And Ashura is just like, fuck, I forgot. Yes, happy birthday, and I have
That's
a
fine.
gift for you.
This is
Yep.
my 353rd, so I've had plenty.
Yes, we don't. Yeah, no, I'm not used to doing birthdays.
350 more.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
calendars in the Hokkaido
Time doesn't
culture, right?
exist. Time doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Remember?
Time doesn't
Frogs?
exist.
Yeah.
Time is an illusion. It's always been the
Oh.
case.
Kukuri never had time because they
No,
live
we don't.
underground and therefore they
I
don't
can't
have
believe
the
you've
sun.
never had a birthday, Ashura.
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
But at least we know Maples, and that's good. And I
I thought
definitely
you
have
told me your birthday was the 21st of Fendi, honey.
chose it like a random date.
Oh.
I thought it sounded nice, It just and also we don't really do birthdays, so it's not a thing.
I chose just a moment.
I don't drink alcohol. I have 7 wives, and yes,
I was with you
Time
up
is
to
an
the
illusion.
Ashura, honey, you're gay.
I know.
I have 7 wives.
Excuse me, we've seen through history. You
None
don't
of
need to be
them-
straight to have a
That's how much I'm trying to hide it. Okay, it's just the first one I
So
did
many
was just
layers.
like boom, 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 boom,
I have 7 wives. None of them have ever touched me.
and they never will.
As you guys are having this conversation, you end up convening in the parlor. Some hot wine is brought out on this relatively cool day.
That's a very cool day.
It's been a cold
It's
day.
autumn.
It's like
Okay, I thought,
Wait,
okay.
Andrew,
hello, yes,
as a real quick thing,
yes, hello.
you were a little bit over that free time. How much can I control the heat with this whole body thing? If I think of a candlelight, do I just get a little bit warm?
I'll say there is a pretty much constant, very kind of low heat, like almost like body temperature heat, but you're made of wood, so that's pretty warm.
So are you a radiator now? I don't get it. Like, can you just?
Kind of.
Oh,
Look,
okay.
we'll tell you about it when we go inside.
All right. Cool. So tell us what
You're in the
happened.
parlor.
tell us what happened. You went where?
Oh, what? Speaking of different appearances, you look spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You've also got the grass mustache and mutton chops on the side.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, Hope's
Sorry, what?
size is not very
yeah.
interesting compared to that, but
Yeah,
I like
So,
I think it's
what happened is a wizard and an elf woman turned up
You
Like,
are shitting me.
just
You are-
after you
believe-
guys left.
we told you. That's
a
exactly.
magic user just showed up on the doorstep?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, no, I was about to say he preferred to be called a magic user and not a wizard.
Okay,
I
well,
think he did magic in lots of ways. I don't know.
there are different ways.
but yeah, they were like,
Apparently.
"Hey, we heard of you," because they know Pendalion, and they have a magic shop that like travels around. And they were like, "Hey, we need some stuff from the Gordark. Can you help us go get it?" So we did,
Cool.
It wasn't fun. Well,
and
it
then
was
they
fun, but
rewarded
it was
us
also
with
scary.
bags of mushrooms and grass beards.
That's
Of course.
very cool. Very
I like-
cool.
I want to say, of course, we literally talked about it with Hope and the Princess. We were saying like how magic seems to just fall onto us all the time.
You called us like a whirlpool around
A
which
whirlpool of
magic users
magic.
seem to spiral, and I was like, oh yeah, it is funny how that happens, huh?
I-
Well,
I mean,
Here.
we also have Pariah here as well.
See? Like, Pariah is just right here, right now.
Yeah.
like there. Like,
yeah,
oh,
Pariah's like he's not sat like directly in the circle of you guys on your various cushions and chaise longues. But he's in the room sipping some wine, kind of listening.
I have a question. Do we have exactly 6 seats? So anyone that isn't from the group can't just
Pariah
sit?
just has to stand.
It's a manor house and therefore has seating for way too many people.
Yeah, I
right.
really, really
way
think
too
Hope would
many.
have a parlor.
we have lots of people to host.
Exactly, not
Hope
too
would
many.
have a parlor with not enough chairs.
The right number, Andrew. The right number.
There are ample chairs.
Anyway,
Okay. I'm guessing I said hello to Pariah then.
Sure.
I didn't just. walk
yeah,
away.
that's
He'll like welcome you guys in, give you a little hug.
Andrew, quick question. Do I know anything about the Gordark?
Go on, make a history check. Not a super difficult one, but
It's a 9.
it's a 9. Yeah, like you're from the Underdark,
Yep.
and the Curry in general try to avoid the Gordark. It kind of, it's similar to like how on the surface there is land and there is sea. There are places you can live and places you don't. In the Underdark, there are underground lakes and almost like seas, and there are pockets in this kind of 3-dimensional space of Gordark where the various large dead things now lie.
Okay.
So yeah, like you're aware roughly of them.
So you went into the Gordark? I mean, we don't. It's not like a thing you go to. Kind of a thing you don't go to into.
well, we went.
And okay, and you didn't die. I mean, that's a
Nope.
pretty good thing to come out of. Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
Ashura, if you met us, like they weren't gonna die, were they? Let's be real.
I got turned into a T-Rex.
Yeah.
It did get a little hairy on the near the village of
Yeah.
I don't know what they were called, but
Fetidar.
something like that.
They were really gross, like eel people with like massive pointy
Ooh.
teeth, and
I don't know.
Have you seen
Not the kind of fairy stories I read.
it was
Hope,
no.
have you been, the fishmongers market area in
Yes.
Maldron?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen whenever they bring like one of those weird fish that they find like deep underwater,
Oh no, honey, no.
and there's like huge eyes and like lots of teeth and
Absolutely not. No.
Markos, you remember who you're talking
Gross.
to, right?
yeah.
The only fish
Well.
I've seen is cooked and on my plate, or if it's very fancy, it's sushi from the hookery.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that time where I made you sushi, of course.
You built an entire weeb culture, Alex. It's not my fault.
You can't call me out on it. It's disgusting. You can't call me out on it. I'll spawn my Princess Mononoke wolf and leave.
Leave.
I was like, how dare you call me out for my weeb culture? I'm gonna weeb away.
We
Andrew,
apply. Yes, sure.
It might be the same history roll. Do I know anything about the heal people? They have very high heal.
No.
Yeah,
No.
cool.
Not the first.
Okay, cool. And where are the 2 people that were here?
Oh, they had to go.
Oh,
But
yes, of course.
we have this crystal thing, which means we can call them again if we need.
Oh, cool! That's super neat.
So, okay, that's very neat. That's like pretty great. And they just like give you magic items?
Well, they gave it to us because we went with them to help them get the thing.
We helped them along it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And okay. And Tyrex, what's a Tyrex?
I don't know.
Big lizard.
I was a big lizard with big teeth and tiny, tiny arms.
Yeah, did this spell just not affect your arms or something? Like
I don't know. It was weird. I was very strong and big though. It was great.
Maybe the arms were not like supposed to be here and it was just a mistake of the spell? Maybe it's just like
I don't know.
lizard with legs. It's like a snake
I
with
would have
2
thought-
legs.
I would have thought a really big lizard like that would have strong arms, you know, for like tearing and.
I had pretty big teeth though.
That's true.
But yeah,
And
I mean,
thick legs.
thick legs, which.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
All right.
Thick thighs save lives.
Hearing all about that. Hey.
So I agree with you. You had like kind of us like more badass time than we did.
I mean,
But
we
you
went
know,
on an adventure.
but Hope did, Hope had a much better time, I feel, than me. So during our victory tour, it was pretty fine. We went through Maldron and stuff with the princess.
Oh my god, we
created
started
some
doing this
illusions.
play! Do you want to see it? And Andrew, can we redo our little play?
For sure.
Okay.
A bit smaller
Like-
because we're
like
inside
where-
the parlor.
Yeah, where I would pretend to be Ivrenfar and I'd be like, I'm Ivrenfar,
yeah.
and you'd be like,
Yeah,
smite you.
Ah,
So Hope
Made
basically
damage.
casts Disguise Self and Dragon's Breath to give her fire breath and make it look like she's covered in red scales. And then she would fly around the crowd and be like, I am the mighty Ivrenfar! And Ashura would be like, no! The people
Stop
of Adagan
it.
will stop you! I
We
will
will
fire
rise
my
against
bow at
you."
you!
Pooh.
And it was
That's so
very silly.
cute.
I
It
will,
was
roll,
really
I will
cute.
literally actually roll wild magics for these because they're adorable.
Yeah. It's a little
Oh my
bit.
god!
No,
Oh no! I
What?
literally got a
Cyber on
1!
yourself.
I got a 1!
No,
Hope
stop,
strikes
don't
another
cast
9
cyber on
inches.
yourself.
Could you go ahead?
Oh my
So
God.
as you guys are like, you begin this small performance of flying around like the parlor, like trying to knock things over, like this kind of a very sweet like pantomime of your fight with Ivrenfar. Hope as you cast that dragon's breath on yourself to do like a very small little burst of flames as part of it. Could you go ahead and roll your D100 for me, please?
Yep. Oh my god, an 100.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that
Alright.
good or bad?
That's two dragons, baby, on my dragon
Um,
dice. You can't see them, but you know.
So pretty.
So, let me see anything. Hope, if you've expended any sorcery points, you regain them.
Ah, well.
Oh.
Nah.
Better that than a fireball in your parlor.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm happy with the mundane. It was like, I was hoping for 9 inches shorter again or something, you know? Something fucking stupid.
You grow back another 10 inches.
Wait,
It's
can
like-
those stacks?
Yes, of course they
Yeah.
can.
So one of them is you become younger. Can you just keep on going younger and
Keep
you're just like
going younger.
1 years old?
Yeah.
Or like
Yes.
Yeah, 1 year old is the limit, and then at 1 year on it, like, cuts, and you can't get any
you're just a
younger.
baby. Okay.
You're just a baby.
So nothing happens, guys. Nice.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Great.
But it's-
Everyone was like,
Wiping off that sweat. and all the little children, some of them wore face paint to look like us, and some of them had little toys to mimic our weapons and our staffs, and some little kids even are trying to like do magic in secret and were showing us their spells, and it's so cute. It is the most adorable thing.
the idea it was, maybe have like a moment every year where we all gather like all those fans and have like kind of a, like as a like a convention and yeah, and just talk about it, like have a moment where we all talk and they ask us questions, stuff like that, you know, and they all come in costumes. We could do that. I mean, it's just an idea I got.
Interesting idea.
Yes. Do you think that might catch on? I think it might.
I mean, if we can turn our goofy adventure into a marketable piece of storytelling, I don't see why we shouldn't. So.
Alright, come on, not everything.
Right, like a sort of we could share our campaign with people, and they could hear our stories, and we can. I don't know, maybe do like merchandise.
Merchandise, yes, and like you know, maybe those the cognitive merchants, they could help us out with merch.
The one that you didn't give us the name of, yes, those people.
You would have said that at some point.
Right.
Well, anyway, I'll put it in my notebook for later.
Yeah.
It's long-term goals.
Yo, we crush the crystals, get back, we're like, hey guys, can you make merch for us?
like a lot of T-shirts, stuff like that. We could do that.
Just cast fabricate over and over again.
There is one more thing. And
Yes.
you will point to the big chest.
Yeah.
What we got.
Oh yeah, that's what's in it? What's in it? I'll pay, baby. Oh, okay.
We're taking out a different part.
Before we get to the gold part, we need to get to the diamond story part, where Hope here, down there,
Ashura.
Put her lips onto the princess's lips. Oh la la, oh la la. Yes,
Hope is very embarrassed. Hope
Yes.
is blushing and hiding behind her fan.
she kissed the princess of this country of Edagan. I'm just saying.
Look, it's early days, but I really like her, okay? She's really, really nice, and I think she really likes me too. And yes, it was just very nice. We kissed in the rain, and she gave me some whiskey. I didn't really want the whiskey, and it was just very, very cute. And she's a very nice lady, but she's the princess, so I don't want to speak out of turn. But yes.
Should I start calling you my queen?
I think yes.
Oh
I
my
think
goodness, no.
Lady Queen.
Hold your horses there. No.
Lady Queen.
Pariah kind of leans in. As cute as that is, I think that's treason.
No.
But if I was to do that, well, I don't know. Maybe if they got married, I don't know how.
I mean, long term, yes, something.
Would that be okay? Yes.
I mean, queer women and wars do kind of expedite the matter a little.
In my experience, that does tend to be true.
I'm gonna U-haul the princess.
So yeah, but let's go back to the gold part, because you know, but that was pretty insane too. I feel like. Oh yeah, also she nearly died during a fight.
Sorry, what?
I saved her life. It's fine.
Yeah, she
Oh
nearly
no,
died.
yeah, there were demons. There were demons coming
Oh,
up
yes,
from,
demons.
like, so Ashura just looked it in the eye.
I was like,
no, bitch.
Out, and he just disappeared. I was like,
No.
I scared him away.
Where
Boom.
demons?
Yeah,
Yes.
Niflail score. You know.
Like a guy that was screaming a lot.
We thought it might be Lord Iseko might show up. Thank goodness he didn't.
No, I was waiting for him. I like literally screamed in the forest, and he didn't enter. I guess that was.
Yeah, but
normal.
you know, demons just seem to be running amok now, which doesn't bode well for Wands of Orcus on the horizon.
Also that. But yeah, demons. That I literally scared away.
Slight point of order. If this is up to you, as if you're carrying this knowledge forward, they were undead that
Yes.
seemed in some way tied to Orcus.
Oh yes, there you go, guys. That's what I said. I said they were undead tied to Orcus. I didn't say they were demons.
There was no narrator voice coming out during in the parlor telling us that. No.
No, it was Pariah.
It was
Right, excuse me.
But yeah, no. And we killed them. It was cool. So did you... Yeah. No, I mean, we were glad the princess didn't die on our watch. We would have been pretty bad for us.
So you find any demon princes?
Me?
No.
No, not really.
Okay.
Nah, fair. I mean,
Just another mushroom.
core dark. We don't know what's there. Oof. Maybe.
I don't think we found any demons. I mean, I don't know, but
There were some scary things. I do not know if they were demons.
Heal
There are a
people,
lot
you
of
said.
mushroomly affected things.
Oh,
There
is
was
that
a big.
your work, Hemlock?
Hope, Ashura, what are your passive insights?
Oh, mine's
Mine is not
15.
16. We don't. That's shit.
Actually, that's not shit. It's quite good.
No, it's not
Yeah,
shit.
it seems pretty decent.
I
I'll
thought I
say,
had an 11. That's
Ashura, as people come like discussing, like, oh, you know, there were scary things. You do notice Hemlock kind of just like glances away.
PTSD scar for life. Kind of. Oh, it was fine.
What? Demons? No.
No. Hemlock. Is that so? Mushroom things, huh? Did you had any part of that?
Yes. It was an interesting experience. More than anything I've ever seen up topside. Yeah. You know.
I like that. Upside, I'll use that. Okay, but you know, did you learn things? Maybe for your magic that could help.
I don't know. Not really, I suppose. It's yes, it's hard to explain, really. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You know, it's
no pressure.
magical.
Talk to us when you're ready. You know, when you can find the words. I'd love to know.
You know, if it helped, it helped. If it didn't, it didn't. Just also I saw
Someone who has had no control over her magics her entire life and only recently found the source. I'm down for any kind of magical chats.
Yes.
Also, I saw beehives outside.
Oh yeah, me and Newt built some beehives.
Oh, Maple. Speaking of which, should we have a nice dinner tonight? Sorry, not speaking of which. It just I was like, yes, Maple's wife. Oh, Maple's alive. Oh, Maple's birthday. That was the jump I made in my head. Yes. Do you perhaps want to have a nice dinner tonight? We can have your favorite. I don't know what your favorite is, but I'm sure Kansif can make it.
I guess Mel meats.
I mean, sure. I'm down.
Like I'm not going to throw some grand spectacle for you unless you want one. Do you want one?
I'm good.
Yeah, I got.
Save that for like 400.
I'll give you a little fist bump.
A little fist bump.
Yeah, Hope's on the small people's team now.
Alright, did you guys make plans for the
a nice dinner?
Some food begins cooking. You begin to smell it going through the house.
Maple, if she's specifically asked about like what food we should have, it'll just be a very traditional, like proper like medieval feast.
Yeah,
like fucking meats everywhere and loads of wine and
hell yeah,
all that shit.
Big old stew and
the smells start flooding through the house as you guys count out the contents of this chest. Oh, it's a hefty chesty. So if someone wants to write this down and divide up, whatever, inside this chest there is one onyx and gold circlet worth 650 gold.
Ooh.
There is one pink ruby worth 400 gold. There are 3 diamonds worth 100 gold each. And there is one solid emerald, very beautifully cut, worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Whoa.
In coin, there is 250 platinum pieces.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God, we're so rich.
There are 11,000 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
There are 14,000 silver pieces.
Okay. 14,000? Oh no, shit, that's a lot.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is the contents of this chest, and there's like a nice perfumed letter from the palace.
Yeah.
Nah.
I love the idea that
so
the king
Electrum.
No, but like I love the idea that the king or like anyone that put up the chest was like, I'm gonna give some gold, I'm gonna give some platinum, a bit of silver too. Like,
Bring up them copper. No, that's fake.
no, it's as if you
Stop.
play like it's like in those
It's not
drug
worth the
movies.
wait.
Nah.
I mean, it's like
No
in
one
those
wants
drug
to count
movies
out a
where
bunch of copper.
they have a box full of like 100 tenors or like 100 bills and like a few coins set in it.
Pennies.
Yeah,
Right.
it's $2,000 bills.
Yeah, exactly.
Silver pieces are 10 silver to a gold.
Yep.
Was it 10, 10, 10, 10?
Yeah. Electrum's like the middle one, but I don't fool with that.
How much do we all have then each, or should we calculate?
Well, I think while we handle that, if you wish to handle that, it's just come across 8 o'clock. So, I know we had a small break earlier while we traded off on the screens, but for you guys to go and have a nice break at home to get some water, get a snack, whatever else you want, we're going to take, we'll do the half-hour break thing. So you guys go ahead, you pop off and do that. Before you do, I know they've gone and they've already said their piece, but I do want to throw another thank you out to the Cognitive Merchant guys for joining us in the game and supporting us as a young stream. So do go make sure you go and check them out. Producers of bespoke, very high quality leather, accessories, TTRPG stuff, LARP gear, all that goodness. Go check them out. Their Instagram is Cognitive Merchant. Their Twitter is @CognitiveMerch. And you can check out their website, which is thecognitivemerchant.co.uk.
Wow!
Go do that. They're great. And while you're at it, go and follow all of us. Go follow all of our stuff. If you just scroll down on the Twitch, all of our links are right there. So go keep up while we post throughout the week loads of different content. But yeah, that's my piece. Anyone else got anything to say before the break goes?
Just Discord, but join the Discord.
Oh yeah, join our Discord.
yeah.
Our Discord is open.
Come join.
Yeah,
You can come and hang with us and talk
beautiful
about D&D and memes and everything. Come and be nerds with us.
Yeah, so
Yes.
like our Discord isn't just about this stream. Like we talk about it sometimes, but our Discord is mostly us like home brewing stuff, making fun of each other, sharing memes, being goofy, and like it's be super chill for you to come. And I will just post it in the Twitch chat like right now. I'm just fishing it out of the channel. I've pinned it in.
Alrighty, well with that, you guys enjoy your break. We'll be back at 8:30 to continue this. We'll skip the coin counting bit and we'll pick up with whatever happens next after the break. Hello everybody.
Hey.
We're back. We hope you guys got some hydration, some snacks, that kind of stuff. We're back. We're going to continue playing some D&D. Just as a heads up for you guys, we are going to aim to finish a little bit earlier than normal, closer to around 10 o'clock British time, as our wonderful Alex is in France and is a little bit ahead on the clock.
It's true.
Bear that in mind. So stick around. We're going as late as usual.
Future guys.
Yeah, is it better than it is now, or is it
worse? Every hour is just worse.
No one could have predicted this. Alrighty. In which case, where we left off before the break, our wonderful adventurers reunited in their parlor, counting out coin and gems rewards for the slaying of the red dragon Ivrinfar, catching up over their adventures over the past weeks, their touring of Adagan, the performances and shows of their victory over the dragon, venturing down into the Gordark to secure these crystals and encountering strange creatures. Guys, you're in the parlor and like a nice meal comes out you into the dining room.
Yeah.
A wonderful meal is laid out before you. Is there anything you wish to do? Chat about
Enjoy the meal.
in your house.
Enjoy the meal. And
We'll all sing happy birthday to Maple, or at least
Yes.
the Adagani equivalent.
I'll teach you all the gnome version.
I was gonna ask. Should we do the thing where we all say it in different languages?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
in-
just
so
sing in
in
different
D&D
languages.
it might just take ages, but Elvish and Fertile for me.
There's that one person who's like 7 languages, like, all right, guys, strap in.
Sit down. It's gonna take a while.
Strap in, strap on. It's a language marathon.
Hey.
Strap in.
I'll
strap
say it
on.
in giant, I suppose.
I guess
You all
so.
go through the various languages you speak and wish Maple a happy birthday, and it's
Yeah,
lovely.
the
It takes 3 hours.
celestial is heavenly.
But
But can we even understand it? That's the thing. Can we even hear it, or is it in a?
No, it's too high pitched, and only dogs can hear it.
Yeah.
Only dogs can hear Celeste.
Slate could hear it. What does that mean?
He's a bitch.
Dog. Wow.
Rude.
Sorry. It
Yeah,
was right
double dog.
there. I had to put it there.
There you. Slate is right in the corner of this room right now, hiding. We just haven't known.
Like, you just late to the dinner and everything. Damn, bro.
Damn. It's right behind the door, dude. Okay.
Maple, I did get you a little something, and I hand you a little package wrapped in pink and red tissue paper.
No. I'll open it.
Inside is what looks like a pile of leaves, but when you touch them, they feel like silk. And it should be on D&D Beyond. It's the maple sash. This handy sash can be worn as a sash or as a belt in a pinch. The individual panels of silk have been cut to look like falling autumn leaves. But also, once per day, you can use it to cast snare, but instead of it being like invisible like the snare spell usually is, it looks like a pile of leaves. So very useful for catching your mammal meats.
So cool.
But also, I guess, a slight nerfing if we're like in a great old one black marble chamber. They're gonna be like, where the fuck did these leaves come from?
Wait, why are there leaves here? Oh,
Leaves!
Aw, thank you. I just could.
1-2, but it's not finished. So
Okay.
Fuck it.
it's
Sure.
but yes, Hope made me feel very bad about not having a gift, so now I just need to make one. It's coming soon, I guess.
Okay. Maple is very chill about her birthday. It's fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, can one of you guys add the Discord link onto the chat, please?
Me and Prue
It
have
has
both
been
done
done.
it.
It has been done. Oh my god, Prue. So good. So good. All right. I'd like to get drunk tonight, Andrew, please. Thank you very much.
You achieve it. You have a good
You
supply of
achieve
good wines in the
drunkenness.
house.
It's the easiest way I've gotten drunk for the first time in my life.
Does he get
It's
advantage if I help?
You're just shoving a drink down his.
So
Sure.
yeah, you have to roll under 10 in the Constitution check, and that's a nat 1, guys. I'm just saying. I'm just puking all over.
I got a 9, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's not good.
You're
yeah.
drunk too. That we're drinking together, buddy.
Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Alright.
Carousing.
Carousing. Who wants to carouse with us? It went so far, so quickly.
I mean,
It's Maple's birthday.
Is this
Maple's
an in-house carouse of drink up in the estate, or are you heading into town?
I don't mind.
It's
I'm
your
down.
birthday.
Let's
I'm
go
down.
down.
I
Me
like
and
the
Ashura
pubs of
have already
Adagan.
pre-drunk.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like, guys, carousing. We're already drunk, so just join us.
Fuck it.
Fuck
I'll
it.
carouse.
Let's carouse. Go on.
Carouse. Everyone on the Twitch chat, carouse. Just write it. I don't know how Twitch works.
Yeah,
Just
wasted.
either write it or either do it with us. Which drink.
Ooh, 25.
Welcome back to Old Tolerable, who's been away for some time.
Hello, you're
Max
back.
Fiction.
Yes.
Hello, Mitch.
Wow.
Hello,
Hi,
Tofu.
Mitch.
I mean,
Hi, Mitch.
That was pleasant.
Carouse. Carouse as
I
in
feel like
get
saying
drunk
hello
and
to your
do
own
shit.
mods is a bit weird, but
Hello, mods. We're glad you're there. We love you. We
Hello,
appreciate you.
Max. Hello to everyone that has been here. Max Fiction is new, no? Looks
Fiction.
horrible.
Yeah.
Max Fiction is new.
Make sure you
Hello.
guys are rolling your
Welcome
D100s
back.
in the chat.
Yes. Wait,
Yeah,
Jordan,
chat,
you're carousing, right? Carousing? You're carousing, right? No, don't say no. Oh, that's peer pressure. It's horrible. What am I doing?
You're gonna get drunk with us, right?
I mean, for the
Goddamn.
first thing, I don't think you can get drunk.
No, you can't. It's
Because, like,
it's a mental state, Jordan. If you want to, you can.
Wait, Andrew, would you classify alcohol as a poison?
Yes, you can carouse in the way that you. So the way I'm going to run this carousing is I am going to use
In the way that you fucking snort narcotics, Newt, okay?
You haven't got a
I don't want to
nose.
say it.
You
You
see
haven't
Newt
got
just
a
fucking
nose.
slam his face into a pile of coke. It's
It
like,
was a joke. It was a joke.
Newt
through his
just sticks
air
magnets
ventilator.
through his head.
Yeah. So yeah, Jordan, if you would like Newt to go out and party, I'll say you probably don't get like wiped out, blackout, unaware of your surroundings, but you can join your friends as they carouse and be part of that mini adventure if you wish. Or you can stay with you notice as like you're preparing and people are kind of getting dressed and putting their shoes on, Hemlock is staying behind.
Hemlock, do you not want to?
Not tonight. You have fun. Take care. I'll be here with hangover cures in the morning.
Are you sure you don't want any company?
I don't want to. Look, if you want to go out, then go out. That's fine. I'll be fine. I've got a bit of work to do anyway.
Can I
You certainly have wish.
Do it.
Ready?
You are like kind of her boyfriend, not her boyfriend,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
like I feel like if anyone should be insight checking Hemlock, it's you.
That is for insight a 23.
Jesus Christ.
Or you're just like
She actually stopped loving you a long time ago.
I never loved you. It was all a lie.
I thought the grass beard would make it all better.
They haven't said the L word yet, guys. Like,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. In general, she does have a bit of work to do. There is some stuff that, like, that's not a lie. But like, it's kind of as well, like, throughout all this time, she's been very quiet. You get the sense she doesn't want, you know, like, big kind of happy, laughy company right now is not going to be exactly what she's after, in the mood for, I guess. That'd be the best way to put it. She seems a bit down and doesn't want to go out partying, basically.
In that case, Newt will turn to the rest of the group. Be like, you're going ahead. I might catch up with you, and we'll just like come and grab a seat next to you and just have a nice, like, quiet, relaxing night.
Nice.
Alright, so for I'll scroll up in the chat to find what you guys rolled. Prue, Hope, Maple, Ashura all rolled for carousies. That is everyone's going. Markos, what are you up to?
Markos, I was definitely carouse. It's a D100, right? Because I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you guys,
that's good or bad.
Oh, Maple, could you roll for Marigold?
Random.
Oh, sure.
Marigold carouse. No, Marigold's gonna get hate crimed.
Marigold gets 36.
Marigold.
So, in that case, after some drinks are had at home, you guys get dressed, you head back into Adigan in this long, kind of cool nighttime walk in early autumn. Some of the trees you can see are beginning to lose their leaves, and you see the spindly branches reaching up towards the slightly moonlit sky. As you head into the town, at this point you have bars that you prefer, you have places that you know that you enjoy. You head out to these and you start off together, and it's a great time. The recent publicity work done by Hope and Ashura, people know you on site. These bars are like very, very happy that you consistently come back and make no attempts to make it a subtle thing that the Soul Guard drinks here. And lots of people are keen to come and buy you drinks, and then buy you more drinks, and then buy you more drinks. And
we don't pay for anything.
As the night goes on, music is playing in these bars. Substances other than alcohol are tossed around, as these rich places have rich people that can afford rich luxuries.
We have rich tastes.
They do.
Yes.
Well, every time you guys type in the chat, I lose the numbers again.
No.
Sorry, we'll stop.
More.
No, do not type more.
Or don't.
Leave our
Chaos.
Oh.
Rocks fall, Ashura dies.
Everyone just remember your numbers, okay?
69. No, it wasn't
Maple.
that.
Yes.
You and Marigold have your drinks, and then you join in with the songs. That's where the songs start up that are about the Soul Guard. Marigold joins in with some of the songs, being a bardically talented lady herself.
Yes.
Spins a little magic into her words, and the crowds in bars go wild
You eventually lose sight of her, and after like in kind of like that like 1-2 a.m. time, end up slightly panicked that you've lost her. You end up running around the town a little bit, trying to find her, and you kind of scamper through back through some of the bars. She's nowhere to be found. A few more hours pass of kind of frantically searching. Could you make a perception check for me?
Sure, I can.
Sure you can.
24.
You scamper through another one of these bars that you paused in that she kind of started doing this music at, and you see her through the window. You dart inside. Oh, it's not her. It's a painting. There is someone midway through finishing a painting. It's absolutely like not from life. She's not there right now, and it's a picture of her dancing on a table and you there, kind of like raging, going ah!
Someone's painting a picture of me and my wife.
And as you come back in, she's like, oh, God. The person painting's like, oh God, now you're. She just left looking for you. She directs you to another bar, and you end up going on a little goose chase, and you eventually catch up with her. And as you kind of end up reconvening with her, she gives you a big old hug. That she finally found you again. And as you circle back around, the person kind of like, I'm glad you guys found each other. I'll get this delivered tomorrow morning.
My wife drunk commissioned a painting.
Yes, so cute.
My wife got drunk and went to someone and was like, paint me and my wife.
So in the next morning, you guys get a okay. It's not like amazing, but like a pretty decent painting of
nice.
Marigold partying on a bar.
So
cute. Awesome.
Like,
fucking cute.
definitely can see the RP moment of angry little no Maple being like, you're painting me and my wife, whether you like it or not. Here's 100 gold, and the artist is like, it's usually 5 gold for a commission, but okay.
Fucking boom.
Maple's like, take all my money.
That is true. You do lose about 25 gold.
That's fine.
Across drinks and paintings.
Paintings.
Ashura.
It's 65.
65. As your...
Can I make it 69?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. As you're kind of like... You join in with these drinks, you end up asked over and over again to perform these songs that you've written about Hepworth of the Soul Guard. You like hear like requests for songs that you don't know, that you've never heard before. Like, what? No, go away.
Of the Naked Maid, I don't know what this is. I'll sing it anyway. I'll make it up. I don't care. Fuck you. Okay. Yep. Sorry, go on.
You eventually lose sight of where you are and who you're with, and it becomes a blur of faces and bodies and the smell of different alcohols. And eventually, you come to. There's a light drizzle, a rainbow is hitting the sky. As kind of the sky above is clear, but there are like clouds like just drifting past with the last kind of remnants of rain.
Am I naked? I'm always naked when I wake up.
You're not. You're not naked.
Oh, that's good news. Am I wearing someone? If I feel like you're saying
No.
Oh god.
Whoa.
You're wearing all of your clothes except your shoes, which are like on top of you, and like one's on your chest, one's like on the floor, like a foot away from you. As you like look around, you are sat outside Lady Kai's apartment.
Oh, baby.
You do not recall anything that has happened. You just wake up and you're there.
You're not naked right now. You might have been earlier.
I have my shoes.
For reference for people in the Twitch chat, Lady Kai is an ancient green dragon who looks like a very, very sexy person.
Like
She like transforms her body into all different beautiful, beautiful shapes, and she has kissed Ashura once, but she is also evil and horrible.
Last time, like the first time I tried to kiss her, she was like, "No." After that, she kissed me, and then now it's just.
Waking up outside her apartment without your shoes on.
It could mean anything. It could mean anything.
I have a theory.
Yes.
It could be that she tried to knock your socks off.
I didn't hear the end of that.
She tried to knock your socks off, but...
Alright, I'm just gonna take my shoes.
Yes.
And leave.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
in more ways than one,
Take my shoes and leave.
Hope, you come up with this plan as you're drinking to burst out the wings, to fly up to the palace. You're not quite sure where the princess's room is.
I will know. My heart will guide me. I want to knock on
Yeah.
the window.
No, that's the plan. That is the plan. But partway through the night, some substances are offered around that you have been partial to in the past. And this plan is steadfast. It is rock solid. This plan cannot fail. And as you take off into the night, there's applause and cheers as the golden wings spread out, the draconic horned halo sprouts from your head, your platinum hair billows behind you into the night, and it's this spectacle that all are cheering to see. As you fly up to the castle, most of the
My
guards,
original plan was to be subtle, but you are right. If I was drunk, I would not be subtle.
you're also glowing gold, emitting radiant light as you go. Like, the guards on the towers, know who you are, though. So you're not shot out of the sky. However, can you please make an investigation check with disadvantage?
Oh no, I'm so bad at these, guys.
Roll high.
You ever think how funny it'll be if she rolls low?
Oh, I got 14.
14. You
Not the worst I've ever rolled.
Yeah.
You land on a balcony. There are a set of glass doors ajar. A dark red velvet curtain drifting ever so slightly in the wind. You push it to one side and you see a young man. Maybe 18. He's got a short braid of hair, very neatly done. A dark red and gold silk nightie on. And as you land, it's not the most elegant of landings. And part of the confidence carried through from the alcohol and substances send you barreling into this room with arms spread, and you stop yourself before you collide with this individual. But there is a moment of goodness me, what a...
Oh, hello, sorry, I believe I'm looking for your sister. I think I'm looking for this person's sister. I'm guessing.
Oh. Goodness, you've had a bit of a night, haven't you? And a grin breaks across his young face. He's a very square jaw.
No, don't you be cheeky with me. No, stop this. I'm just looking to find your sister. I thought this would be her room, but of course she wouldn't have the fancy silk drapes. You'd have the fancy silk drapes, of course. Sorry, I'm getting off track. Where's your sister?
Calm down. It's exquisite. He comes up to you, grabs a small handkerchief from the dresser, and wipes some grime or whatever from your face.
Oh, thank you so much.
Don't worry. This is hilarious. Come with me, and he leads you from this very.
I'm definitely doing the drunk girl thing of grabbing his hand and being oh, this is so fun.
He is lapping it up. He leads you through a hall, a stone hall, fine flagstones, torches burning in braziers. You see beautiful tapestries hanging on the sides of the walls, and just you're at that stage of drunk where just as you notice that's a pretty tapestry. It's gone, and you're not sure what it was. You're just
I really like this
to figure out what was wrong.
Oh.
You're just about to figure out what it's a picture of, and you're the colors are great. What? And it's gone. You end up going up a flight of very narrow spiral stone stairs, which is a nightmare. Oh god. In your state, but you finally get up, and he leads you to a door. He knocks on it. Soraya. You have a visitor, and you hear from the side, Thendor, not now. And he just knocks the door and leaves you standing there. After a second, her hair down, a brush still in one hand. in it's like a gown is Soraya. Oh, Lady Summerhold. Come in.
I'm sorry I've intruded like this. I'm not here for anything. No, I just really wanted to see your face. And I wanted to hold you in my arms. Hopefully you'll say yes. I flew all the way here. Your brother's lovely. He's nice, isn't
Come
he?
here. And she brings you in for like a little hug now that you're shorter than she is. And as she pats your shoulder, your mind begins to clear. And the blurriness goes as she uses lay on hands to flush an amount of...
Yeah! My bitch has a hangover cure ready whenever!
Let's say, oh yes, we forgot to tell you guys, the princess is a paladin.
Oh, she's an Oath of the Crown paladin, yeah.
Right, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because of course.
You find yourself flushed with that kind of self-awareness and a level of embarrassment that immediately kind of washes over you as you have flown into the prince's bedroom and tried to drunkenly booty call the princess.
No, that's what I was trying to say when I said I just wanted to see her face. Like, yeah, I just wanted to hang out. I'm not trying to...
And she understands that.
Yes, cuddles.
She kind of sits you down on like a chaise lounge in the room, departs for a moment and comes back with some wine, and a relaxed evening puts a strange diminuendo on your otherwise very loud and exciting evening. But it's a calming one, and a pleasant one. Fades to black.
Oh, I really like her. Whoa.
Oh wow.
That's
exactly how she talks. Oh wow.
As you sleep, you almost still feel like her hand like stroking through your hair. And there's almost like a resurgence of pain in your head as you kind of come to, and it's bright. It is bright light shining through a large stone-arched window. And as that pain of the light clears, you kind of rub your eyes and sit up. You find yourself in a familiar tower room.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Guys, alright, gotta RP a polycule out of this one. Fuck.
The creature is like, what is happening?
Oh god.
There's, as you glance around, you see the same kind of very tidy benches and workshop of the silver dragon angel Alizea. He walks over towards the coffee table around these couches near this large balcony, and it sets down a small teapot down. Hello, you.
Absolutely knows where you just come from.
Oh, guys.
You're like, as you kind of like almost like gulp in apprehension as this semi-romantic figure in your life is just standing there with his big like fine silk trousers and
I had forgotten how ridiculously attractive he also was.
his big old
I may have
silver
made a
dragon
mistake.
chest, his wings tucked behind him. He's wearing some kind of crescent moon glasses that kind of perch atop his large big old silver horned
Ah, he's just a nerd.
bridge. Yes. Look, his eyes narrow slightly. You seem nervous. You
A little.
don't
I've
really.
not seen you in a while. Hi.
Hello,
Do you see everything I get up to when I'm like not asleep?
No, I don't
Okay.
spy on you. But for someone who's such a good performer, you seem to be a terrible liar.
Wow.
Liar?
hiding your emotions, or whatever. You seem nervous. Your cheeks are blushing.
I am nervous. I'm
I know
not
that last
trying
time.
to hide it from you.
I know it's been too long since I've seen you, and I'm sorry. But I mean, it is just nothing other than I'm afraid I have been extraordinarily busy.
Oh, I thought you ghosted me.
No. I'm bound to you for literally your life. It's part of your whole
Fuck.
angel
Guys,
heritage
yikes.
thing. Why are you nervous?
I don't know. We kind of had a bit of a back and forth of thing, and as you said, we're bound to each other for life, and it's very intense, and that's a lot. And you know, because you've not spoken to me in a while, I just thought, well, maybe the times I've kissed you were a figment of my imagination, and then I kissed some people on the material plane who weren't on the moon, and now I feel like I've got myself into a lot of hot water. That sounds like a very evil laugh. Was that a nice laugh or an evil laugh?
No, it was a nice laugh. I hope.
Okay.
You take a drink of this tea and leans forward and puts a hand like on your knee.
Ooh.
When you begin to deal with time scales of the cosmic scale and all this kind of thing, the specifics of one's relationships are really, well, they're self-contained. My relationship with you is one we're both still figuring out, but it is exactly that. It is between me and you. That has no bearing on what you choose to do elsewhere. Above all else, I am a guide for you. And I hope, more than that, a friend and someone you can look to for aid should you require it. But there is nothing in our relationship that restricts you from having a normal life.
Okay. I mean, apart from the world-saving superpowers.
Apart from that, yep.
But I understand what you mean. Yes.
Take a deep breath and don't worry.
Thank you. You always know the right thing to say. I mean, you are literally an angel, but you are figuratively also an angel.
I try. How are you? He leans forward and lays his big old dragon chin on his big old dragon hands.
Aww, he's very ooh. Yeah, I'm doing much better. I think things have got catastrophically worse in terms of destiny, but significantly better in terms of me being able to handle it. And thank you so much for everything. It's so... I just feel like I'm in control. I feel like... Well, not completely. I mean, look at me. I'm 5'2" now. But I'm doing okay. And I'm so glad when you gave me that choice, I chose them. I chose my soul guard. Because, sometimes you make a big decision and you regret for the rest of your life, was it the right decision to make? And I have not had a single moment of regret. And everything is feeling stable. And I don't know how much more you can directly teach me. Your guidance is needed. Your tutorship, maybe not so much.
I'm here to guide in whatever way you need. I'm pleased that you feel you're more in control than you were. Despite appearances. Are you content with your new stature? I mean, you look absolutely fine.
I'm a lady now. Yes. No, I'm being silly. I think so. I don't know. I'm sorry, I usually have so much to say to you, and this time around, I'm a bit of a loss for words.
Well, it has been some time, and if you have little to say, then let me. While I am unable to just solve your tie to the arcane, how your sorcery manifests myself, or for now, or however it works, I can probably help if you wish to have your recent transformation rectified. If you wish. It is an option I can offer. There was one other thing, and he kind of reaches down towards the table, and where it wasn't there before, there is now a familiar golden bladed sword. I feel at the time this gift was needed. I think I saw something in you that now has strength to stand on its own in your protection of your friends. But as admirable as your efforts to improve your physicality are, is this weapon something you need?
It's our beacon of hope. It has been...
No. You are.
Oh, baby. Thanks. That's Peru OOC. That was very nice.
Prue just like, yeah, but like the spell.
Peru was also a bit like, the spell? I don't know, guys. What do you think about the sword? Do you think I should keep the sword? I'm willing to ask you and the Twitch chat and stuff. What are you thinking about the sword? Should I keep my cool sword?
Hope doesn't really swing swords at stuff much, but the magical benefits of the sword are really cool, and the thematic stuff's really cool.
And also, like, aesthetics.
I have done the green flame blade once, and it was super fucking dope.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
Also, angel with a sword, like...
Yeah,
also,
aesthetics.
I don't know if this is me interpreting the wording in a different way, but it sounds like he's saying, like, hey, maybe you don't need this tool anymore. Maybe I can give you a new and more useful one to you.
I don't know if I want something different though.
That's fair.
It just is a pretty sword, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I think,
there's
like,
no denying.
Aesthetically, it's hella fucking pretty. But, like, that alone is pretty, like, a pretty strong reason to keep it. As we can see behind our DM, you don't need to swing a sword for it.
Yeah, okay. So, I'm not entirely sure what Alexandre is offering, but I do think I want to keep Beacon of Hope. I really like it.
You can always ask him.
I mean, I can. Well, the sword... I might be a beacon of hope and living up to my namesake or whatever, but this sword means a lot to me. The comfort of it in my grip. I saw your hand wrapped around mine last time I wielded it. It is a great comfort to me, and I wouldn't want it gone. But I don't know if that's exactly what you're saying. Is it?
I simply wonder if perhaps, as well as a tool that is useful both literally and figuratively, You're a woman growing in power very rapidly, and lining yourself up to face grave foes. His eyes cast down slightly as he says so. I was wondering if perhaps there was something I could maybe change about it. Not remove it from you, of course, no. But if a sword, specifically, is not the weapon you choose to wield, perhaps there is another.
Prudence obviously didn't know she'd be making any decisions like this, so I'm just going to stick with the sword. I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That doesn't mean my mind won't change at a later date if you talk to me
That's
about
fine.
this outside of the game.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if a sword has always been best suited to me, but Maple has been teaching me a hell of a lot, and I did meet a silver dragon who also taught me a fair bit too. I've sunk cost fallacy all you want. I've put a lot of time into this thing, and I truly appreciate its powers. Sometimes, okay, I'm not always right at the front lines of the fray, but sometimes I have to be, and I want to be able to protect myself when I am. And I don't think a little crappy level 1 dagger is going to cut it. From the leveling game me and my brothers play with each other.
All right.
There actually is a question I've been meaning to ask you.
What?
It's about the little fox we travel with. Who is he? Now you're looking nervous. Let me pour you some more tea.
Tea is always the solution.
Tea is the solution.
I think, to the best of my estimations, your assumptions are probably correct. The young child in the forest. Though, for what it's worth, it is a good thing that his soul was allowed to continue to grow, and more so fortunate that it was allowed to be nurtured in some way. A much more tragic life awaits a young soul in a fox that has no one to guide it.
I don't think it's pertinent to trap a humanoid lifespan inside that of a fox. If I can find a solution there, I'm going to try my very best.
I'm sure that would be appreciated by both him and his family.
Oh, also, I don't suppose you've got any little packages of this tea that would transfer from the dream state to the real state. I've got a friend who might like them.
I think I can manage that.
Yes. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know if we should do the whole holding hands cuddling thing. I don't know, it feels weird. Sorry, I just, should out and say it.
He takes his glasses off, kind of folding them and places them on the table, seemingly unfazed by your laugh at the awkward feeling. Hope your friends and you find yourself opposed to very powerful evils. The path you're walking now is not to say that mind flayers and dragons are meager foes. But that which stands before you was worse. And it is why we give power to mortals. It is why my magic and my guidance rests with you. That mortals can defend themselves against such things. It is why Markos is able to bind fire to his weapons. It is why Hemlock can draw power from the ground. It is why you wield the great powers within yourself. That such heroes might stand against such evils, we cannot find ourselves to the ground to hold back. But nevertheless, I want you to be careful. Heroes though you may be hailed as, and heroes as you may be, this is bigger. Bigger than a threat to a kingdom. Bigger than the threat of a war. The forces you tangle with now are not representatives of something. They are the evil that claims planes. They are the evil that sweeps across entire continents and leaves ash. And worry not, you do not fight alone. It is not your responsibility solely to save everything, but the foes you seek to fight against now. Just remember that.
I can't promise I can stay safe. If I lose my life to save the entirety of Evantos and the known world and things far beyond it, then I will do my duty. But I will do my utmost to see this through to the end. I promise.
He kind of rubs his big old scaly chin and puts a hand back on your knee across the table and looks straight into your eyes with his big old kind of slightly beady, kind of watery eyes. I sincerely hope it doesn't come to that.
Me too.
Now, enough of this dire talk. I'm sorry it's been so long. I shall attempt to find my way back to you sooner next time.
Yes, your tutelage would be much appreciated. If I could stop shrinking at a moment's notice, it would be extremely useful.
You sure you don't want a little...
No. I'm trying to get over the fact that how I look is not the most important thing in the world, you know? And this is a harsh but fair lesson.
Right.
Character growth, guys. Character growth.
What the fuck? You've had a long night. Should get some rest. He begins to stand from the couches, gathering up. You see what a long golden staff, and he like lays it across his lap and starts just inscribing things on it.
Ooh. Pretty. Do you mind if I stay a while and mess around at your alchemy table until, this all just fades away?
Of course.
Cool. I will do that. I'm not trying to do anything in particular. I just like interacting with his little celestial workshop. It's nice.
Alrighty. You kind of potter around this workshop, fiddling with small things, playing with different parts of the apparatus that fill it, looking at the different notes of runes and scriptures across the tables. Eventually, darkness takes you once more and you find yourself coming to consciousness. Still fully clothed,
but a princess beside you.
I'm gonna give her a big squeezy hug and be like, "Good morning! I need to sneak out of here. Fuck! I'm such an idiot."
Yes.
Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. I didn't do anything embarrassing last night, did I? Oh god. Oh god, I bet I did. Oh no.
No more than flying into the wrong balcony.
Oh no, I did do that. I did do that, yes. Oh,
And I
god.
fear with Thendor now aware of at least our friendship. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Fuck him. Do you want to? You could just probably just fly out the window, couldn't you?
Yes, I can. Oh, I'm so sorry for the nonsense. Thank you.
For the record, I'm glad you did.
Oh, baby.
Cute.
I will give her a kissy goodbye if she wants one, and I will fly away from the princess.
She'll reciprocate the little kissy, and as your golden wings spread once more, you take to the winds and find your way back home. And the rest of you all reconvene back at Yalen Hall Manor.
What happened to Markos?
What happened to
I was gonna
Markos?
say.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
Markos rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You did roll a 2.
Markos was responsible and just had a
I don't
good,
know if high
good
numbers
night.
Yeah.
or low numbers
And
You
bad.
got
it's
drunk
all
or went back
fine.
home.
It's a random thing. It's like the wild magic table. There's no the where the numbers go don't really matter.
Yeah. Markos rolled a 2. Markos,
Hello.
as you, with the rest of the group, drink it up, live it up, you find that same very welcoming atmosphere of these bars and taverns, very familiar with who you are, and it's kind of jarring. There's been a big uptick in this since the whole Victory Tour thing, and it's unusual to have so many people recognizing you, calling out to you, speaking to you. It's weird. And nice, but mostly weird. You find your way to a quieter bar, trying to find somewhere where you're not recognized. You eventually find somewhere. Just a small little dive bar right on the edge of the town. Behind the bar, there's like an old human man with a scruffy beard with like glassy, milky eyes that's just kind of behind the bar, fumbling with the glass. And it's just really quiet. And it's kind of nice. And you manage to have another couple drinks. Someone rolls up on the bar, a younger half-elf woman, similar age to you, kind of very bright orange hair, maybe down to the shoulders, quite straight, green eyes. Is kind of seems to be like helping the old guy behind the bar. Seems to be like a daughter or granddaughter. And like when he finally goes to bed, she kind of takes over the bar and she kind of chats with you. Doesn't seem to know who you are. Just, the normal idle chit chat that you might expect in a farmer's bar.
Perfect. He has a lovely evening talking to this nice barmaid, and eventually stumbles his way home.
Yeah.
I suppose.
That's up to you. No.
Oh, you got a phone number, don't worry.
I'll send you her.
Sending
I'll send you her
stone
deets later.
You don't have a sending stone? Sure,
Well, you know she works here.
Yeah, I've got the eye stone 10, like.
Are
you
you
telling me you're telling me you've only got a stone droid? Ugh.
And the eye in stone is just for Ioun, right?
Ioun.
Yeah, I had the ice stone 9, but I dropped it from like about a foot up, and now it's just got cracks on it, and it's really fuzzy and.
Fair. All right. Are we back home, Andrew?
Yes.
Yes, I'm just putting in the chat. Markos, her name was Ira Holden, and she was a maid at the Rusted Plough.
Nice.
Yeah, she's just a normal a normal little place. Yeah, like the next morning, you guys.
I was just about to make that joke.
Rusty, wait, what? I'm sorry.
You're all horrific.
No, you
Sorry,
did
I've never
it.
seen this coming.
Guys, it's fine.
Um,
Markos hasn't seen Malapinella in a while. Of course, it's going to be Rusty.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, like a rusty
You're all the
plow?
worst.
Is that why she's rusty? I don't get it.
Stop!
Sorry.
You find your way back to your house. The next
I've lost
morning,
English.
in drips and drabs, in the morning, you find yourselves in the parlor. Coffee's had.
Oh yes. Coffee.
I'll say, like, during that day, like, before you got drunk, I hope if you wanted to like, get your clothing refitted.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't want to argue with Bobbin. She's very, very nice. I will have just ordered some new clothes in shades of red, because we beat a red dragon, and got some 5'2" refittings. Chill.
Beat, boot, clothes fit, nice.
Markos will be drinking his coffee near the sapling of the tree, by the way.
Okay. What's your passive perception for me, Markos, real quick?
21.
21. Cool.
I see all.
I see all. Damn it.
If we have time as well, I whispered it to David, but Hemlock would like to. Well, I would like to have Hemlock and Markos to have a little chat in the morning.
The morning is yours.
Yeah, I think kind of of the evening, Hemlock does still spend a lot of time in the workshop working on some interesting things that I'm very excited about. And then in the morning, we'll kind of come out into the garden to do a bit of work, and we'll see Markos by the tree, and then kind of walk over and sit down next to you.
Good morning.
Morning. How was your night?
It was fun. Too many people recognize us now. So I ended up going somewhere a little quiet. Had a little too much whiskey. Talking to some nice people who didn't recognize me.
Sounds good. Look, I wanted to apologize for what happened in the Gordark.
Why?
I hurt you, Markos.
And I don't blame you. You were clearly strongly affected by what was going on. Don't let that get to you.
I know, but
I've done the same. Do you remember when we... what was the name of the temple? In the Queenswood, I believe?
Yes, I know you've... I don't know quite how to put this. Please don't take this the wrong way, but... Yes, the Gordark did affect me, but there was part of me that... Markos, there was part of me that wanted to hurt you. And wanted to hurt all of you, because you were trying to... I don't know... keep me from where I was supposed to be, and that's not... I don't feel that way now. But... It's been on my mind. And I had to say something.
No, I understand. It was a strong conflict in yourself, and you wished to do something. We thought we knew better, and maybe we did, maybe we didn't, and I don't know. We were trying to protect you. You can understand the frustration, the desire, all-consuming to go, to do whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't have anything to feel sorry for. We still trust you. We don't need to forgive you because we do not blame you. We're honest, I don't. I'm sure the others feel similar.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And while
And
we're
hey,
here,
I'm serious.
you were
We'll
serious?
go back. We will go back, and I will go with you.
Thank you. While we're here, and she kind of breaks out into a sort of shy smile. Since we got back from the Gordock, I've been working on something.
Okay.
And kind of reach into my bag, and I'll pull out two little bottles that are full of like a clear liquid that have kind of a mixture of what appears to be kind of a web of mycelia moving around in them, and some kinds of like smaller little like bubbles and parts floating around in them, both identical. And I'll just kind of place them on the floor.
I'll pick them both up. Just cock his head and raise an eyebrow quizzically at you.
I don't quite know how they're going to work, but I'm excited to see them working. So
drink these?
No, not right now. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, God no, God's no, not right now.
Stop. You can't fireball himself.
Maybe when we're out, I don't know, in need of something that we don't understand, or wanting to get a little insight into something that would otherwise be beyond us. I put these together.
This is like your tea?
Yes, but so you know, sometimes my tea can make you see things. Imagine now that it makes you see things that mean something.
Huh.
I used up all of my fungus from the Gordock, some of the flare parts as well.
Gross. It's fine. It will be useful, and I will try not to think about what is in them.
It's the best way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't know why you chose me, but well, thank you.
I'll kind of take them back and tuck them away. I'm sure the others will find out soon enough, but I thought while we're here, it's a good thing to come out of those adventures.
That is true. They're fully popular from you. I get it.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's
It's
yeah.
presented. I'm still hungry. Sorry.
Yes, I can get you something for that if you like.
The coffee is working fine. And
Perfect.
it's lovely. I'll be okay.
I guess I'll just kind of sit with Markos by the tree for the rest of the morning.
Alrighty. As the rest of you guys come in and arrive from your various evenings out or in, you're in your house. You are free to do whatever you wish. You have received your rewards, made your concoctions, gathered your bounties. The world is yours. What are you guys up to?
I'm just gonna take some coffee and think about my action, the consequences of them. And maybe plan with whoever is at the table. I'll just also ask about the nights of others. You know, like who knows? Maybe Hope is in front of me, and I'll be like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" And you know, she'll tell me about it. Huh? I don't know. I'm not making decisions.
No. Like I will make polite conversation about my evening with anyone who wants to talk to me about it. Like I'm not kissing and telling, but I won't keep it secret. Like it's fine. I don't want to. Yeah, it's chill.
Maple will absolutely just like walk into the parlor or the dining room or wherever people are drinking their coffee, like rubbing her head and being like, "Hope, I need your help."
Why?
We commissioned a painting.
A painting?
Where do I put it?
Fuck it. I don't know. There's an empty bit of wall over there.
All right. Yeah, you need
I'm
a
too
nail?
hungover for interior design right now. Over there should be fine. It's not explicit, is it?
Or your room.
We can't have weenies out. Okay.
Yeah, just your room. Otherwise, weenies out. Like Bloodborne. But yeah. Oh yeah, we can just put the painting in your room, right? Or just here.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Would
sure
love
we
to
could.
have
We
Maple
could
and-
make one of our corridors into a painting corridor.
What is it? Show us the painting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll like bring it in, and it's that painting of me and Marigold.
Oh my god, this will look
Good to be
adorable in
naked.
the vestibule, right above where she keeps her wellies before she goes out in the rain. Oh, put it in the vestibule. It'll look gorgeous there.
Where she keeps her heelys.
Your madness has rotted your brain.
God, everything is a fucking roller skate to me now. Oh god damn it!
I'm just imagining Marigold healing between the beehives, like.
I love
But there's
it.
someone working on grass.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
slowly, you hear the music in the background. Girls in bikinis.
There's the bikinis on roller skates.
Oh my god.
Quick point on another very serious thing. Do we need to go back? Do we need to go to Titan's Back? I think that was.
Yep.
Oh god.
There's a book full of very
Oh.
powerful dark secrets just chilling
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Definitely on the cards.
I'm just gonna finish this coffee first, if that's. And it's gonna drink.
yeah,
very
no,
slowly.
like I mean, you're
Very
friendly with
slowly.
Lady Kai now, right? So you can just go knock on.
Yeah, are we taking up
Ashura.
Lady Kai then?
I
mean,
think
yeah,
we're gonna
she's
have
like-
to. We have no other way of getting there.
Offered to take us, so.
Yeah. Oh, Lady Kate. She Yeah. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everything okay, Ashura?
What did you get up to last night?
Well, you know what? Nothing very much. You know, I was singing in the bar. People asked me for
Honey,
songs.
honey,
pum, pum,
honey,
pum, pum, pum.
spill the tea.
Nothing
17
happened.
passive insight, just saying.
Sure, we all
That's
saw
okay.
Lady Kai.
I
Like,
also
it's
have a
one of us.
17 passive insight.
You can't read my mind. Fuck you. No.
I think you have 16 passive insight.
No. So I was singing in the bar, stuff like that. People were like, "Hey, sing this tune." I was like, "No, I don't know what an Argonian is and why is it slutty."
Slutty Argonian.
And
They're called
you know,
Dragonborn, and they're very lovely people.
right? I felt the same thing. And kind of like blacked out and woke up in the streets with my shoes on me. Who knows what happened?
the
Not
street.
me. Not me. It just
In the streets.
in a random. Nope.
It's
in
a
random
very
street.
specific story for someone that definitely wasn't you that it happened to.
It's just a street. No one lived on that street that we know. No.
Whatever you say.
Sure,
No.
that's very specific.
No. Why do you think so? I'm a very good liar. I don't know why you're saying that. I mean, it's not like I'm lying right now. It's just.
Only someone who's lying would say that, I'm not gonna lie.
You'd
But
think
there's also
so.
a
It's
difference
actually.
between lying
Sure.
and concealing
make-
the truth.
You want to make a deception check with disadvantage, please?
Yes, of course. I love the fact that I can just RP Ashura to just be bad at deception whenever I want to, and even when he's bad at it, sometimes I can just roll high. I have +10. That's 15 + 10, guys, but it's with disadvantage. It's a 13 now. Okay, it's a 3 + 10. Sorry.
So
those of us with 16, 17 passive insight.
Yeah.
Hope can tell he's a big fat
Yeah.
So can Hemlock.
Do we have more coffee, please? No?
Jordan, you are muted, my love, but I think you're saying you're too dumb to know that
No,
you're lying.
literally everyone can tell that you're bullshitting.
Everyone is like,
No? I don't see your
Ashura,
point.
Ashura, Ashura, did you sleep with Lady Kai?
No, I have not. What?
She's a genocidal maniac, may I remind you?
I don't know if I did, okay? Hope. I don't know if I did. That's the part of it. I don't know if I did. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe I went in and got kicked
Honey,
my ass
we
to
need
get
to
outside.
talk about
Who
your
knows?
taste.
Who knows?
We need to talk about your taste in people.
I don't know, okay? That was so many shit. Maybe nothing happened. You know, who knows? Do I want something to have happened? I don't know. Did I, you know, what? And now we need to go on her back to get to Titan's back. There's too many backs for me.
I mean, riding Lady Kai is something I'm sure you're experienced with. It'll be fine.
No, stop saying this.
Look,
This is
Ashura,
not. We do not know this. We no.
Ashura, if you're
nothing
struggling
has
with your
happened.
memories, I can help you with. I've learned ways to deal with it.
I am leaving this conversation. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Okay, can we get more coffee, please? This is what I need. Okay.
You see, Felix has like another jug of coffee, and he's been standing by the door, like.
Yes, Felix.
Felix, coffee.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
One of my favorite.
Leave the jug.
Seriously, one of my favorite things is the fact that our staff must have so many good fucking stories to go and tell their friends, and I love it. I love the idea that Felix just goes off and is like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Yeah. They have so much dirt on us.
So yeah, are there any other way to get to Titan's back, like a boat or something? And
Nope. Let's go.
You can only take a boat at certain times of the month when the seas are calm enough. That would require waiting
Hey,
a
and that's
while.
not for another couple weeks, so let's go.
No, maybe it's
Come on, Ashura.
You know the thing. Don't look a gift dragon in the mouth.
Ashura. Remember the time when I was just trying to play a lovely game of cards with some fellow soldiers? Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Let's go have a really nice flight over to Titan's back. Come on, my friend. Come on. You lead the way.
I lead the way.
And I'm gonna start
Markos,
leading people there.
Leave the poor man alone. He's very sensitive. So we do actually have. It is 6 days till the waters are calm again.
Yep.
I don't know how long it's gonna take us to take our boat from Maldron all the way around there. Probably only 2 days at a pop.
Well, it is already like nearly 2 days to get to Maldron.
It also depends on where we'd be taking the boat past. There are giant lands around
The
there.
struggle is if we take our boat past there, it's going to be quite a.
What's the average speed of a dragon?
So the question is.
Fast. I like that.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
Don't forget, you do also have a folding boat.
Yes.
We do.
We have a folding boat now. But also,
we do have a folding boat.
If we know that the waters are going to be calm in roughly 6 days again, we could head off quite soon. So we have a decent amount of time there for whatever we find, make sure we get it, and then we can travel back along those waters when they come.
You might have been very efficient and only taken 2 days to clear out the entire Gordark, but it took me and Ashura 2 weeks to bloody walk around the country. Yeah. So I just don't want to get stuck on Titan's back for a month, is all. But if we get stuck on Titan's back for a month, we get stuck on Titan's back for a month.
Like after you did that, I just heard an echo. Benny very clearly has it on his phone to come out, and it was really just. I was like, wait.
So if we don't know the speed of a dragon, I'd say it's like a lot of miles per
Is
hour.
that an African or European dragon?
I would say
what's
one.
An unladen green dragon.
They can definitely take us if it's an African one. Jalen Hall Manor. Okay, so the ass crack of the Titan is exactly 95 miles away from Jalen Hall's Manor.
It's called Titan's Crack.
Titan's Crack.
If we get there and the locals are not calling it Titan's Crack, I'm leaving this campaign. I'm really sorry. Oh yeah,
so that's my way out.
Burdick. No, that's Titan's Crack. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
There's one of those like you know those little village signs, and it's like "Welcome to Titan's Crack," twinned with Takahashi.
Yeah, there's a whole 3 settlements. There's Titan's Back, Titan's Sack, and Titan's Crack. Big wax trade there.
Dear.
There
we go.
I don't know. I mean, Hemlock, are you willing? This is horrible. What do you think? As the only other Sorry, is the only other elf with a say in the matter. Sorry, Ashura, sorry.
I have come to realize a woman like Lady Kai, when she offers her help, it's not to be turned down. She's, forgive my words, Ashura, she's done some vile things to my kind and to Hope's. But when you have someone that powerful offering you a hand, you don't turn it down lightly. I think Newt has the right idea. If we can get there quick enough to have 4 or 5 days on Titan's Back to search it, it's not the largest island, it's nowhere near the size of this country. And we already know at least a clue to its whereabouts, and some of us can have our own abilities that will help bring us closer. If we can allow Lady Kai to bring us there and then sail back, that would mean we get to avoid the Giant Lands and the Black Chain.
Just for clarity, I may have mentioned this before, but memory escapes me, but I may know some people on Titan's Back. Well, have known some people. It's a bit of an odd situation to say the best, but a couple of weeks ago I had sent a letter off to Titan's Back to hopefully get some information, and I found that the monastery that I used to attend is still very much present and ongoing. And apparently an old friend is there. By the way, how do you deal with an old friend when you don't remember them?
You just say old friend until someone else says their name. That's the rule.
I mean, I know their name now, but...
Newt, we're your friends and we'll be here for you. None of us know how to deal with this, but we've got your back, okay?
Thank you. It's very much appreciated.
Getting back, too many.
Well, it seems we have a plan.
So, lunch with Lady Kai.
Nope, not lunch, please. No lunch.
Ashura,
At least.
Ashura, we have to do this. There is a book of intense evil necromantic power on Titan's Back. We need to please.
Is it really that bad if somebody else takes it? I feel like it's not that bad.
Yes.
I feel like Lady of Dread, it's a big name.
Swallow your fucking pride. Oh my god, I don't often get mad at you, but I'm fucking mad at you. Go and talk to your bitchy sugar mommy and fucking sort this out for us, okay?
What she said.
Well.
Okay.
Wait, you just don't need to be kind to him because he's a sensitive boy.
Yeah, I realised I was extending far too much of a courtesy, Markos. You're completely right. I apologise.
The way Alex has just dissipated.
Ashura, honey, I love you.
Alex,
I love you.
like...
I love you. Do you want me to go? I'll go. She likes me.
We all need to go. Let's.
We all need to go. Alright, let's go. I need to. Apparently, I need to face the consequences of my actions. Never heard of that.
There you go.
What an alien concept.
I don't understand it. It doesn't exist.
Sure, let me see your cup of coffee. Just 1 second. I'll just sneak a bit of whiskey into it and then just hand it back to you. There you go.
No, you don't understand. I was drunk the night before. I'm not gonna drink this. You know what? Fuck it.
Do you want some tea? Do you want some tea to mix with that? Do you want a bit of my specialty?
I will just go.
Oh, speaking of specialty, wait, quick! Oh, got this from Alizea. Here you go, sweetie.
Oh.
And I will hand to you. I don't know. I assume it's wrapped in fucking sparkly silver paper and shit. It's probably very nice.
It's about this big. It's like a very fine wooden box plated in silver along the outside with fine draconic scripture around the edges. Has a little hinge and opens, and there are it's just kind of a loose leaf tea.
Well, that's definitely going to be interesting. I've while we're on the way, I've shown Markos these already, but I will take out the two potion bottles that I have brewed. I've been having a little fun with the Gordark mushrooms and some of the Flayer things. If we, I don't know,
if we find ourselves in need of a little bit more information that we otherwise can't get, I think these might help us with that.
Great.
For the
Yeah.
whole party. Yes.
Yes. Oh, damn! That's cool.
Yeah. I just put in the chat for the benefit of those this celestial tea. It has 12 doses of tea's worth of tea in it, and if you drink it, you get 1d6 hours of bless. Vis-a-vis the blessed spell.
What happens if I mix that with my freaky mushrooms?
Well, that's a whole different set of stuff.
Heart attack, you die.
You die.
All right, you know what? Let's just go now.
Let's go.
Set up.
Alright. You guys gather your things, you head out back into Adagan.
Yeah.
Ashura, although this is a pretty flat path of following the coast of this river around, Hope, your hand is up.
Sorry, yeah, like right before we leave Yalenhall Manor, I'm gonna grab Nitwit and be like, this time it's gonna be too dangerous for you to come with me, sweetie. I have really important things I need to talk to you about when I get back. So you stay safe here, and you enjoy the grounds, and I will miss you very much.
Is Willow staying?
Willow is also staying. He doesn't like birds, so.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
can
also leave. I'll also leave Lily. So
Okay.
The pets
we
can
have
hang
pet
out.
God. Yeah.
I feel like we're calling Nitwit a pet when
Yeah.
he's like completely sentient.
That's yeah.
Cool.
I'll take care of them.
Marigold can.
I know you will. You're
all
such a good
pets.
boy.
He scrunches his little nose up and it'll have orange sparks shoot out of it.
Oh, he's so cute. What the fuck?
How dare you?
Alrighty, you guys gather your things and head out into Adagan. Ashura, although you are walking around the coast of a lake, perfectly flat, you swear as you're getting closer, you feel like you're walking uphill. As each step gets a little bit harder, you start gritting your teeth against it as you get closer and closer to the apartment that you left the night before.
You know what? That was not the place I was this morning. It must have been my imagination. Let's go.
Sure, you stop me walking slower.
No. It's you. You have smaller legs. Shut the fuck up.
Sure, do you want me to hold your hand, sweetie?
No, I am fine. If needed, yes.
I'll be right here beside you.
Thank you.
Oh, she'd go for a goal.
You're a little shorty, huh?
Yes.
After the hour or so walk, you guys find yourself in the very well-kept, tree-lined streets of the Archers district of Adagan. The large livingwood tree looms along the skyline nearby, kind of overbearing across the city with its large boughs of the large tree that kind of punctuates the skyline. You find yourselves down this street. You find yourselves to the large, finely carved door to Lady Kai's or Cathellan Zara's apartment.
So who's knocking?
I just did.
Okay.
I think Jordan was just speaking, but I think Jordan was muted.
God damn it.
Say something.
Hello.
Hi.
Sometimes I press the mute button and it doesn't.
That's fine.
It's fine. I just said after you.
I don't know if.
Right.
So yeah, I knocked.
Okay.
Many times.
There is a pause. 10 seconds go by. 20 seconds go by.
Oh, maybe she's not here. Maybe she's not here. That's
The door opens.
Oh fuck.
And an elderly human gentleman, kind of black hair, just leaning into a salt and pepper around the close-shaved sideburns. Kind of half-moon glasses, a small goatee, kind of going much more grey around the sides. Opens the door in like a fine waistcoat and posh people servant clothes. Oh, Master Ashura and the rest, please come in. He kind of opens the door and gestures you to enter.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hope will curtsy because that could be Lady Kai. Who the fuck knows?
If the lady is here.
As you guys enter, he closes the door behind you. There is this like shift of an illusion lifting, and you see before you a deep red skin, kind of finely curled, almost like Napoleonic black hair, kind of sweeping, wrapping brown robes, and a gnarly staff of a hobgoblin that stands before you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Hi. Were you
Go
there?
and wait. Go and wait in the seats over in that corner. I'll let them know you've arrived.
Yes. A quick question right before you go. Was I here last night? Did I come into here? Did I knock?
Oh.
You tried. We left you outside on the pavement.
Oh boy,
That's
embarrassing.
fine. Does the lady know?
He like turns back and looks in your eyes.
Okay. I'll just.
That's a yes.
I'll go find a seat, I guess. Honor and dignity. I need to remember that. My mother used to tell me that all the time. Honor and dignity. Honor and dignity.
Oh, he's such a mess. I love
That's why you
I
don't
am
drink
not
with
a
maple, lads.
Hemlock, I am hearing you. I am not a mess.
As you guys begin taking your seats among the fine cushioned sofas and beans, this hobgoblin kind of grips his staff, mutters under his breath some arcane words, and casts a spell and vanishes from sight.
Wow, he's so cool.
Minute goes by.
Is he though?
He returns in another of magic, and by his side is Cathal Zara, the smooth bald head, the black skin, the large kind of sweeping elf-like ears, her neck tall, her chin held high by the gold bands along her neck. She's wearing a sweeping asymmetrical green dress that comes to a large curled shoulder piece, a simple kind of like curled jade earrings hanging in large hoops from her ears.
8 in the morning, woman. God damn. She's a woman.
You look absolutely... I'm at a loss for words, my lady, and I will curtsy.
You flatter me.
Yeah,
Thank
fucking flat dragons, guys. Like,
Yeah.
At last, I get to personally congratulate you on your success. Personally, on behalf of all of our kind, thank you for scrubbing that excuse of a dragon off the face of this earth.
Oh, fuck.
She inspects like her kind of emerald painted nails.
You're welcome.
So, to what do I owe this pleasure?
I believe we're here to take you up on your offer of transport to Titan's back.
Good. All right. I'm a little busy today. If you begin the journey, I'll meet you on your way and carry you across the lagoon itself.
Oh, I mean, do you like being alive, Lady Kai? Because, like,
Yes.
this is over dramatic, but drama seems to follow us wherever we go. This is actually kind of like end of the world. Perhaps we shouldn't delay kind of energy, and you are such a popular woman. I'm sure you can keep whoever is taking up your time waiting.
She kind of leans in ever so slightly.
I kind of like hit you like what? No.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Will
Roll high,
do.
roll high, roll high, yeah? Just for you.
Come on.
Damn it. Tides of chaos.
Oh no.
Nice.
Okay, with Tides of Chaos, it's a 24, so that's not
Okay.
Yeah, she's a dragon too. Oh my god. She's a
yeah,
dragon
no,
too.
like, bleh. It's not my best.
And her eyes just seem to bore into you. They're kind of hazelish today, but they seem to glimmer with the kind of shards of emerald green.
I stare back with a very polite smile on my face.
Ew. Just saying.
Is this urgency a matter of hours or days? Or weeks?
Like,
Days?
OC guys. No,
Days?
sure.
No. My
I would
lady,
say hours.
my lady, we
Hours?
know of the danger of the waters of Titan's Back, and we know that we do not have that much time there. We also know that we have people on our trail, people that are dangerous, that threaten this world as we know it. There is information on Titan's Back that can help us combat them. The sooner we get there, the better.
What she said.
What she said. Her.
As much as I can get away with, I would rather not put on a full display near Adigan. Meet me in the northwest mountains of the Brow. I'll fly you from there.
It's very gracious of you.
We are humbled by your kindness.
I appreciate your gratitude, but it is not kindness. You are impressive people. And she kind of leans in again, looking towards, kind of her eyes dancing between Hemlock and Hope. While some of you might have cause to be apprehensive of our friendship, in this, I believe our objectives might align. If it's true that you are holding back such dark forces, then you're not only protecting this kingdom, but my own. That benefits me. So, I shall see you at the mountains. I shall leave. What's his name? I'll leave Tarek in the mountains. He'll summon me when you arrive. Yes. You'll need to return, I suppose, at some point.
Guys, we're going to return with a folding.
Speak. I believe we can make our own way back if we can if we can align it with the safe crossing. We have a boat.
Very well. I shall meet you at the northwestern mountains of the Brow. I shall fly you from there. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Her eyes kind of darting between each member of the party, pausing for a moment on Ashura. But the gaze giving away nothing obvious comes across, no particular judgment or snigger at your previous night.
Can I try to insight check that?
Go for it.
Who knows?
Ooh.
That's a nat 1, Andrew. That's a nat 1. There's no way in God's name that I know what the fuck is happening in this dragon's Wreck.
As you like lock eyes with hers and try and peer into her to try and understand the evil machinations within this dragon's mind, it's like in a moment of the return of self-awareness, you find yourself just kind of staring at her. Your jaw is dropped slightly.
Hope like very delicately leans over and just closes
Pushes it up
Ashura's
with
mouth.
A wide smile extends across her face. It was good to see all of you.
A pleasure as always. I'm gonna curtsy and fucking leave. I'm just gonna go, guys.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn to go and then very briefly turn back. My lady, forgive me. There's something on my mind that you might be able to help me with. Of someone of your, let us say, caliber.
Speak, child.
Would you, and I'm gonna describe to her the woman that I saw in the Gordark. and just kind of ask, would you know of anyone by that description?
Are you waiting until everyone else has left to say this?
No. I'll say, I'm gonna say this while people are kind of still in the doorway. But I'm not gonna say like I saw this woman in the Gordark. She was ethereal, blur. Just describe to like her by looks and while the others are here as well. But just describe her by looks and say, would you know anything of a woman like this?
She ponders for a moment. And she looks around the rest of the group. Peer into fungal demonology. Maybe you might find the answers you seek there.
Thank you, my lady. I appreciate that. And I will turn to leave.
Alrighty. As the rest of you all filter out of this lavish apartment and find yourselves on the kind of patchy, overcast and sunlit streets of Adagan, plans beginning to form before you to head north to the mountains to catch a ride to Titan's Back to seek out answers as to what you can possibly do to stop the rising evils, to accept the gift of a dragon. And with those words of demons ringing in your ears still, that is where we will pick up next week. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you. Big thank you to everyone. One, active in the Twitch chat, and two, who's come and join our Discord. It's in
We're
having a good chat about stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you want to come chat, not just about this game, about D&D and fantasy bullshit in general, just come hang out. That's where we exist and just chat about nerdy stuff. So do come and join us in there. There are links in all of the socials and stuff.
We also got an Animal Crossing channel, so if you need those sweet turnip prices.
This channel is the art channel, guys. Just
Yeah. So
art
jump
channel.
in there, stay up to date with us and with the general conversations. Keep an eye out on next Monday. There's more content coming, more fun videos. Is there anything else from you guys that you guys want to bring up or mention before we close?
Yeah, hey, do you like being LGBTQ plus or supporting the LGBTQ plus community?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, of course you do, because you're not an asshole.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I'm running a Pride one-shot for Manchester Pride weekend, which is always the last weekend of August. So on Monday the 31st of August, which should be a bank holiday, so y'all don't have that working excuse. I will be running the Pride one shot. Both Riona and Meg will be in that, and then a group of my friends IDM for in my West Marches game. And it's going to be very queer and very silly, and it's just going to be a huge, goofy casino heist. I will post about it on my socials and the Chasing Tails socials, so you will see more about it if you just follow all the links down underneath the Twitch stream anyway. But just so it's in your diary. Come through.
Come be gay with us.
It's going to be so fun. Be gay, do crime!
And it will be a fundraiser, so if you've got £1 that's been sitting in the bottom of your wallet, I don't know, jam it in your USB drive, send it over. Don't actually put coins on USB drives, please.
It's
please.
not working. How do I
Have you tried turning it over?
Oh,
But the
hold
good-
on. Let me do that, the scratch thing.
Yeah, can you like blow on it?
The good part of this, guys, is that it's gonna be Prue, Meg, and Riona on there, and
Okay, peeps.
a guest. So it won't be the usual crew, which is good.
And you can see me DM
people
and
to look at,
see how much not as good at Andrew as Andrew I am.
Nonsense. You're amazing.
No, like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
good.
amazing.
Andrew is just very good.
Yeah. Very fine, like discussions.
It was a
very
compliment, not a self-deprecation.
fine. Oh.
You're all too kind. But with all of that said, get in our socials there, they're underneath in the Twitch. Keep up with us, get in our Discord, and look forward to stuff because we've got content coming, Pride one-shots coming, and the next episodes of this show.
where we're going back on the road. It's adventuring time, baby. I know today was a big social day, lots of reunions, lots of social roleplay stuff, which is wonderful and gorgeous. But some potions have been brewed, and it is time to get back on the road and roll some initiative. So we'll get back to that full DD adventuring goodness next time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of this little journey, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Mwah.
Have a
We love you.